All right, what is up, man?
I don't know what happened if me, because I hit it, and then I don't know if you hit it too, and then it just
I
like
didn't
went
hit
off.
it
I
because
was like,
I
why is
was
it not
looking for some
going?
movies to give away.
I was like, why is it not going?
It lags sometimes. It lags.
Oh, that was fun. Oh my gosh. That's gonna be on our blooper reel later. Yeah, I'm sure.
That's what Zach said. Hello, amazing blooper. Like, huh? That, you know what? And the best part is that's not even the first time that happened. Like, that's happened a handful of times at this point.
I was sitting there tweeting and doing Facebook and stuff. And
I'm looking through like,
okay.
Oh man, I'm looking through some movies because I got a couple of like Dune copies we can give away pretty soon.
That's not pretty soon. That's November.
Yeah, it's close.
It's close enough. All right.
It'll be here in no time. You could be wishing for the tornadoes to come back. Like, nah,
oh my god,
give me a tornado, not a snowstorm.
Nah, I'm okay. I have no problem with snowstorms.
Man, I'm looking for a good movie.
Well, how about you welcome everybody?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. I don't know. We were talking. We're like, what's going on? Well, we're still waiting for Brandon. So this is the pre-show, I guess, right? All right. Oh man, we got a bunch of people in here. We go Derpy. Let's get spoiled. Cineview, what is up? Well, what's up? Just made my own review for MI7, so you should definitely check it out. And I'm hoping my next review to be Barbie, which I can plan to see on Thursday. Nice.
I already got my tickets for Thursday. G4, G3, G2, and G1 for all my kids.
Oh yeah, all of them.
My wife, all already ready. Going to see it in Dolby Sound, the comfortable recliners because it's happening. Oppenheimer, I'm probably going to watch by myself because
same.
No one wants to go see it.
Let me know what day you're going, because
we're gonna make it a date. That's it.
Yeah, because my girlfriend's like, I want to see that. I was like, damn. I mean, but I'm going Friday to see it. Okay. But check out Cineview. I think he released it like earlier today too. So go check out his Mission Impossible review. So good reviews over there with Cineview. Derpy, come on, everyone. We're 10 away. Yeah, we're 10 away from 1K. That's so close. And it's like nerve-wracking because like I usually I don't go and look at it. Like I'll be on the website and I'm doing stuff and I'm like, oh hey, look, hey, we got a subscriber, blah blah blah. I'm like constantly like, I'm like, don't look, and I look,
open up the studio like at least 3 times a day. Like they ain't even happen.
Oh my god! At work, the tab is just open. I'm like, refresh. Come on, come on.
Oh, that's funny.
And you got Derpy. Yep, Derpy 10 away. 10 away. Yeah, now that's what we're gonna get stuck at, right?
Yeah, exactly.
We'll be stuck at 10
for 3 years. Like, all right, guys.
Yep. And then Cineview said also my review for Sound of Freedom has over 200 views on YouTube. Nice, the highest number so far. Good job, man.
That's awesome.
Good job. Zach said I got Oppenheimer Tuesday. Talk to me Wednesday and Barbie third. Man, that's the way to do it, man.
I think I'm doing Oppenheimer Wednesday, and then Barbie Thursday, and then I think I'm going to Talk to Me on Saturday.
I want to see Talk to Me. I don't know if I'm going to have time to see it. Hopefully I can. I do want to see it because it looks weird. It looks really weird, and I'm really curious to see what is going on with that. But yeah.
Any movie I'm looking like, what the hell is happening? Oh, and you know what comes out Saturday? It's Friday. They clone Tyrone. So
yes.
I'm definitely watching that too.
Yeah, on the 21st, I think, right? Yeah, that's another one. But that's a Netflix one, though, which is, I could stay at home and watch that one. But that one looks good. Now, we might have next week's going to be a bunch of movies to talk about. Cookie, what's up, Cookie? Hello. Hi, everyone. Zach said, what's up, Cookie?
You're all our favorite.
Derpy was, I was 100th sub. Were you? We're the 100th? There you go, man.
He was, yeah. Wow.
Make a little sticker or something for that.
Yeah, send him a pin.
Yeah.
Thank
Number
you,
100.
number 100,
Number
always.
100. What's up, Tony?
Tony, what's up, bro?
So, hey, Zach. That's crazy, fellas. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I think
It-
we talked about it in November 3rd of last year. We were at 440, 450
Yeah.
or something like that. And we're literally since then, we're at 990. So
Yeah.
I'm so excited about the next 10 and, actually getting this started. This is fun. It's
Yeah.
great.
I know we said we got to record our giveaway video. So hopefully we'll do that sometime this week and have those probably both released. And then hopefully sometime next week, might do a big
I hope it's next week because you remember. So not this Sunday, but next Sunday I have to go to Florida, so that's where it is right now. So if we have to record the videos and release them, so I mean I'll be on. I just won't have none of my stuff near me.
Yeah, it'll be all fancy. But yeah. And then some of you said after Barbie, I plan on seeing Oppenheimer because of all the IMAX quality. Yeah, plan to see it in XD at my nearest Cinemark. There you go. Yeah, that Oppenheimer is definitely an IMAX.
You have to.
Yeah.
Hey, where's Brandon? I want to know how he enjoyed that IMAX experience of that screen, the biggest screen in Illinois.
Yeah. Oh, so Zach's doing. I'm gonna do a Cologne Tyrone watch along. What day does that come out? It comes out Friday.
Yeah, Friday, I believe. So you're doing it on Tuesday, Zach?
Or are you gonna do it on Friday?
Let me know when you're gonna do it because that sounds like something I would love to do.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind sitting down. Well, I'm in a basement, so sitting down in my basement watching the movie with everybody.
Yeah, I'm in a basement.
It's fun. We've done it with Derpy. We've done it before with NFL games. So
you say next week Tuesday. Okay,
next Tuesday. Okay.
We should all, as a group, all of us go and watch it together. We'll all go to Zach's channel and we'll all watch it. Yeah, that'll be fun.
I'll be cool with that. I think I'm doing horror movies this weekend.
So Insidious, The Red Door.
That's doing really well in the box office. Like really well in the box office.
It's got good legs. So it has to be a decent movie.
Yeah, I heard it's okay. I mean, I still want to see it for myself because I do enjoy the Insidious franchise. But usually a lot of horror movies, not all of them, but a lot of them, the longer they run on, the more not boring, less entertaining. They are.
Man. F that.
Not all.
You know me. I don't like being scared. nothing. Supernatural. None of that other stuff. No, man. See a ghost come in. No, I'm good. A witch, man. A nun. No. A doll. Nope. None of those.
None of it. It can walk through a wall. I don't want it.
Exactly, because that nun is gonna get punched in the face. It'll be like Scary Movie 3. You scary.
We need to do those watch along. That's what we should do. Do some more classic reviews.
That'll be fun. I love that.
Do some of those. Derpy said, been here since No Way Home. It's been a ride. Man, you've been here since No Way Home. I think that's before Brian. You even joined, I think. I think that was just with me and
I
Will.
Don't believe when I started. I don't believe we had over 100 when I started. So I think I was coming on whatever because I did reviews with you and Will. So I was coming on back and forth, but no, I wasn't here until we're 125 or something like that.
Yeah, sounds about right. We gotta go back and look. And then Cleve said, "What's up, Kings? Made it on time tonight. Trust me, man. Whenever you join, you're on time because we're always late." So
exactly. That's why we release all of our videos over, so you know what's gonna happen.
Exactly. I'm proud of you fellas. Brings tear to my eyes.
Don't say that, man. It actually brings tear to my eyes sometimes. Like, come on. It's like I'm a big, burly guy, and I probably cry more than anybody. It's terrible. That's why I don't watch these movies, man. They bring tears to my eyes. I'll be watching kids' movies. I'm like Nemo. I'm like, why can't he find his dad?
Oh man, are you gonna be crying the most out of Barbie, however it ends?
Probably.
She's so great. I'm proud of her.
Man. She made it. Yeah. It's like Legally Blonde, the Barbie version.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly what it sounds like it's gonna be. So we should definitely invite me for a live interview on Barbenheimer and what I thought of both films. Okay, yeah.
We should do a panel. We were just talking about that offline. We can figure out a panel.
Yeah, we're thinking about stuff like that and like trying to do something where we can bring multiple people in and kind of talk about a few things rather than just being stuck on one topic. Maybe like the movies of the month, or I don't know.
Some specific questions. We'll keep it under control so we only can do it for an hour or something like that.
Yeah. We need to
do a
Batavia night. That
we should the pictures. We should do it and do a race and see who can actually run the full football field of the thing. See, me and you stop running. Brandon's the only one still running at the end.
He's on lap 2. Oh no, he's passing us. He goes, "Oh, this is my 3rd time passing." Shut up. Oh man, yeah. Next Tuesday. Yeah, horror movies is easy money these days. Yeah, Boogeyman made money and no one talked about it. Yeah, no one talked about it, and they said it's pretty good,
dude. Too. It looked really cool. I can't believe no one's watched it. Like, I mean, that trailer was great.
Yeah,
and
horror always does. It has its people for sure. But when it comes to the overall things, if you're putting like that against like any big name kind of movie, people are gonna go watch that.
But think about it. The setting,
it got legs.
The setting is one place. You don't have to do things all over the place. You don't have to put too much effects into it. And it's not CGI. Mm-hmm. It's all in the same place. Like, you don't have to worry about any of this stuff. So I understand why it will make, it's easy to make money and it doesn't cost that much to make.
Yeah. Low budget, considerable low budget. But yeah.
I mean, they don't get none of my money though.
But I do love. You know what? We're talking about this. I have a perfect movie giveaway in a second. Talk about horror films. This is one of my weirdest movie ones was Malignant. So I'll give away the Malignant movie in a second for anybody who wants that.
Everyone get ready.
Yeah, so get your movies anywhere ready. But yeah, Malignant was a movie where I'm like, I don't like this, and I keep running upstairs to check on. No, they're gonna check on Erica and talk to her, and she goes, "I thought you said you don't like this movie." I'm like, I don't know. She goes, you're talking about it like you like it. So I was like, well, by the end, and the more I talked about it, the more especially like my sister's a big horror movie fan, so me and her were talking, and I'm like, I like this movie. It's like it's so silly and over the top and goofy. It is awesome. So yeah, I'll give away Malignant. I got one copy left.
Dude, that's how I am all the time with movies. I'm like, I don't think I like this movie. And then the more I talk about it, the more I think about it, like, actually, I guess I did like it. I mean, I have more parts that I like that I don't. So yeah.
Beau Was Afraid is a perfect example too. I'm like, I don't like it. But the more I talk to other people about it, the more I'm like, I do like it. It's just weird as shit.
I don't think I like Beau Was Afraid, but it stays in my mind. Like, I can't not think about it. Like, you say it and I think of certain parts like, wow, that was really freaking weird.
Yeah. It's a movie that, like you said, it gets stuck in your mind. But I don't know. The more I talked about it, the more I was just like, this is kind of interesting. So I'll give that away in about like a minute or so.
I do
like really liking that creator movie. Oh,
yeah, that was so good.
And I love John David Washington. I think he's really good. He's a Nepo baby for sure, but he's good.
He's good. His voice is getting to a point where I can recognize it. I had my eyes closed when the trail started, and I was like, I know his voice just like the back of my hand now. Like it's his own. It sounds a little bit like his dad's, but it also just has this type of baritone to it that's so awesome. And
yeah, as long as he doesn't start doing the lip shaking thing, then we're in trouble. Don't do that. 10 away. Thanks, Xavier. We are 10 away, man. Appreciate it.
Tell your friends.
Appreciate all you guys. Yeah. Well, everyone in chat right now. Appreciate all you guys being here. Being a sub and all that stuff. So.
This is our backbone. You guys are the backbone of us. So I appreciate you guys so much.
Mm-hmm. This week, Barbenheimer is upon us. Yeah. There's so many cool like different kind of memes and pictures and stuff. Yeah. Barbenheimer is.
That's what I want to.
It's so cool.
I'm gonna see Oppenheimer, and then I'm gonna take off all that stuff, that old stuff, and then I'm gonna put my skin hair on and go see Barbie. We're good to go.
Where your open chest, your open
Exactly.
vest showing off the six pack. That's gonna be Brandon.
I mean, I've been working it out on it. I don't know, man.
No, like Brandon needs to find other guys who are dressed up as Ken and have Brandon like go in there with just a jean jacket and then do the Spider-Man thing. Like, you're Ken, Ken.
That would be good. I like that.
You gotta find that one. Malignant is awesome. It is super fun. It starts mad generic, and then it gets then because bonkers, or it gets bonkers.
Yeah.
It starts off kind of lame, not lame, but generic. Like, I've seen it before, and then it goes okay, and then wham! It just makes a crazy turn into right field where I'm like,
where did this come?
I'm laughing, and I'm like, oh, this is so weird. It's a lot of fun. So naturally, I own it. Yeah.
It's funny because we talk about all this physical media. He's giving out codes.
I know I'm gonna give out a digital media. That's why the physical media I'll keep. The digital media I give away. I think I have over 400 movies on my Vudu account, like digital movies.
Wow.
Yeah. So
there's
a lot of ways to get free stuff too. Like, a lot of ways to get free stuff.
I believe I've now ordered every movie in my top 10 on Letterboxd.
Mm-hmm.
Every movie in my top 10, I've definitely ordered the Steelbook already. I was looking through. I was like, I did order this. And one September and one. I think Guardians of the Galaxy is supposed to drop August 1st.
Yeah, it's coming soon.
And then some of September. But I already ordered it, pre-ordered it, and I'm just waiting for it to come in and start rolling in.
Yeah, start getting them all in. Can't wait to own Beau is Afraid. Hopefully A24 does a collector's edition. Just bought the Everything Everywhere all at once.
That's a good one to have.
Yeah. Those are good ones. A24, man, they make some bangers. The lead up to Barbenheimer might be better than the movies. Probably.
Oppenheimer. So they're talking about the story on the radio today when I was listening, and I'm convinced that I'm going to hate this movie, but I have to go see it. I'm probably going to like nerd out over it, but I just said I'm pretty sure I'm like, this is awful.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to hate it because you already know what's going to happen.
The movie is going to be awesome. I'm just not going to enjoy it. That's what I mean.
Yeah. I think I'm going to walk out just icky. Like,
yeah. I think one of the Oppenheimer kids like settled in Illinois. Like, I want to say they're on the south side, like, because
oh, really?
Yeah. So the radio host says like, one of the Oppenheimers went to like Hinsdale North or something like that, or Hinsdale South or something like that. So like they were right there. This had to be 33 years ago. So I was like, oh man, just listen to the radio. Just like, oh, wow, that's crazy. Who would have thought that would have happen?
They're in Chicago. Are they tied to Chicago somehow?
I think it's one of them. One of them just settled here.
Just came and
got married and whatever.
I mean, it is a good place to get, I guess, like blend in a little bit more. There's just so many people, so come to Chicago and hide away from, in plain sight kind of thing. Yep. Yeah. Barbie posters have been great. They've been great. And one of my friends keeps sending me them. I'm like, they're so good. They're so good. Have you guys Googled Barbie lately? I have Google open right now.
I do too. He said it. I was like, let me do that.
Are you doing it? What are we looking at?
The sparkles and yeah.
Turns pink. That's funny.
It's like my house. It's like going to my girl's room.
Everything's pink. There's pink and glitter everywhere.
Like, if you guys can see around me, so like I have toys, over there for my kids in their little play area. I have the dream house. I have the caravan. I have the airplane. Like, Barbie got the coolest stuff, man. Like, literally, she has everything.
Yeah, Barbies. I don't know. I'm trying to remember if my sister played with Barbie a lot. I don't remember.
I bought enough, and I put in enough houses, dream houses together, and condos, and I don't know, summer homes, and Barbies. beach house and like, man, how do you Malibu house, Malibu Barbie? I'm like, dude, how do you do all this? He's amazing. That's why.
Yeah, you do everything. All right. Oh, how about we give away this movie? It's just sitting right here in front of me. All right, so make sure you got Movies Anywhere ready to go. I think I just did Zach so happy. Whenever you need to pick me up, just Google Barbie and it sparkles.
Like,
Yeah. All right. Let me make me big. There we go. All right. So ready? And put it up right now. So there's a QR code and a regular code. So there it is.
All right. Now can you give me the code to the Powerball numbers too? Can you do that? Right. I'll take those too. So that's how you know we made it, guys. That's how you know we won the Powerball. If on Monday or Thursday we're not here by 9:30, one of us won. We'll be back. We'll be back.
Brian streaming from the comic book store. Guess what I bought? Exactly. Oh, which comic book? No, which
all
comic
of them.
Store? Yeah.
So come on down, guys.
I would love to buy a comic book store. When I used to live in the city, I would go to a local comic book store, and it was a privately owned. So there were 3 owners, and they were really the only 3 workers. And all 3 of them, well, 2 out of the 3 were like, "I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore." All right, I'm gonna bring it down. Ready?
All right, guys.
3, 2,
1. Done.
If you get it, let us know. But yeah, they it was called Brainstorm, and it was just the 3 of them. And it was in the city. I would go there all the time. They're the guys who really kind of pulled me back in to comics after decades. After being a kid. And during that time, it was the run of Blackest Night.
Yeah.
Which speaking of, I got 3 out of my 4 figurines, and I'm like super hyped because they look freaking amazing, man. This Deathstorm.
That is awesome.
Like I got the Batman, the Death Batman, the Death Superman, and the Death Firestorm, and then I'm just missing the Green Lantern. How
are you of all people missing the Green Lantern?
It's coming. It's just I don't know if everything's backed up from Prime Day or whatnot, but it's ordered. But you put them all together, it makes like the Red Lantern. So I'm like super hyped. But when he came in, I'm like so impressed on how he looks because it is pretty awesome. But yeah, those guys got me onto that.
I blame House of Nerds show for bringing me back to the. I was good. I made it past it. I was done. I only had maybe I think we talked about. I only had 4 long boxes. They were pretty old, whatever. And then I started watching. And then next thing you know, I'm going to a comic book store. And then next thing you know, I'm spending $80 a damn week.
Yep.
Like, oh, here we go again. It's like someone who quit cigarettes. Yeah. And then someone smoking a cigarette around him, like, oh yeah, I remember that. Let me just touch it. That's all.
Yeah, next just blow my face. Next thing you know, you're buying a pack a day.
You're back to the whole box of carton a week. Like, hell yeah. I'm back, guys.
Oh man, yeah, that is a habit I never picked up.
Like, thanks, Sergio and L. You messed me up. I appreciate it. Good Lord.
Because even when they were on, I think I was only picking up random Green Lanterns just to kind of stay. I really wasn't spending much. I wasn't reading any storylines. I was kind of get a graphic novel to catch up every so often here and there and stuff like that. Especially at the library, you get a free you rent graphic novels for free. So I would rent oh, here's this one, all the volumes, and kind of stay up with stuff. But then it got to the point where I'm like, oh, I want to read this, I want to read that, and I want to
I like owning stuff. I like going back and saying, okay, I want to go read this entire thing again. Like I like having if I have 1, 2, 3, and 5, oh my god, I went crazy.
Yeah.
Give me 4 and 6 now. I have to have. I want the whole storyline. I have to have them all.
Yeah.
Except for Amazing Spider-Man, because there's 150 of those, so I'm good.
Never ending. Even I went to go read. What did I want to go read? The Gargoyles. I went to go because I read issue 1 and then I stopped reading, but I kept buying them, and I went to go read Gargoyles, and I'm like, where's issue 5? And I'm like, what the so I was like, and I got 6 and 7 and 8 just came out. So I had to go by 8 and 5. And luckily they had it.
This came out.
Dark Ages.
The Dark Ages.
I don't want to pick up another one. And I was looking at it for like 10 minutes straight. I kept walking past it, kind of staring at it. I'm like staring at it. I was like,
You said you're looking at it, it's looking at you. Every time you go like, how am I going around the corner and still looking at me, man? Yeah. I was like, you know what? I need to get this. Whatever. I'm getting it.
Yeah. I was kind of like, I'll wait. I need to get caught up on. I bought the newest Superman Lost.
Oh, you haven't read that one?
I didn't, but I already got spoiled because somebody spoiled it because I'm in a Green Lantern group. So they're like, there's a new Green Lantern. I'm like, son of a bitch, man. Like, I'm 2 issues out. You couldn't wait. Like on Wednesday, on New Comic Book Day, you wind up saying like, oh, there's this. I'm like, it just came out. Let me read it.
Yeah, it was a cool way they introduced her, and I don't want to say too much unless you see it, but
yeah, cool. I read 4, and I believe this one was 5 that just came out, right? I think. So, but yeah, I'm always for another Green Lantern. So it's pretty cool. I think with Hope, I think her name was. I saw.
I can bring it up right now. So
yeah. I did pick up the Terror was it Terror Knight or something?
Which one?
For Green Lantern?
Yeah,
that's the only one I really wanted to read. Ooh, man, it is. Yeah, it is good. Yeah, it is good. They have They have 2 new Gargoyle comic books. So I don't know if Dark Ages follows. Yeah.
This is 7.
Which is basically the next season of the cartoon.
It is.
Which is awesome.
It follows exactly the storyline, so you know exactly where you're picking up. It's so great.
Yeah, so if you saw the cartoon and watch it on Disney Plus, get caught up, and then you read the comic, and it's just a straight continuation, which I love that. But I don't know if Dark Ages. I think Dark Ages is a whole nother storyline. Still based on the same characters and everything like that. But I don't think it's a continuation of the show. It's just a side story, more or less, from what the comic book guy told me.
So did you notice that you had the Night Terrors, and then you have to use first? Was it the first? Night Terrors is that?
I did read the Night Terrors Green Lantern, and the art was gorgeous. And somebody in my Green Lantern group, I guess, posted a post from him. He's on Facebook. I started following him. I just love the artwork. It looks so crisp. It looks so nice.
You have to read First Blood first, and then the following Night Terrors. So they do the First Blood, and then they're doing a one for each. They're doing, I think it's 2 for each individual character. Yeah. So, but you need to actually read First Blood, then go to Night Terror. Like
because I was kind of like missing some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm used to it when I do read comic book, stuff. You're like, oh, this must have been in this story. But First Blood, I believe, is the main storyline.
Is the main, and then this is like
2 mains, and then all the side stories that continue off of that First Blood.
So it's the actual Night Terror. Each one it's a nightmare that they're all having, like their deepest fear for each one of the characters. So they're lost in their deepest fear for each one, and I think that's so dope. The idea is off the chain. I mean,
yeah, which really got me curious as a Green Lantern fan, because the whole point of becoming a Green Lantern is you're really not afraid of anything, because you know how to overcome fear, and you have good like willpower, your willpower and your ability to defeat fear. So I was like, how are they going to give him a nightmare? And I thought they did a really good job. I don't want to spoil it.
I was like, that what they did was really smart, and still stood up to exactly what you just said. It just follows suit.
So that was my super curious about that, but I've been meaning to do a breakdown for each episode or each issue for Green Lantern, because I'm in so many Green Lantern groups. So definitely.
Do you know Brandon's been sitting here waiting for a link for all this time?
Oh man. I'm so sorry, Brandon.
Oh man, I do it every single time. First thing I do, I jump on, I send Brandon the link. That's the first thing I always do. And I am such a bad friend. I am sorry. This is I need to do it every single week. I do it. It's just I forget.
I need to do it when I make the actual show.
He was like, all right, I'm ready to go. And I'm like, oh yeah. I send it always to his, because you send the Spoiler Kings, it can mess up, but you send it his, he gets it. Man,
Yeah,
Terrible.
we talking about
That's my
stuff.
fault. Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna jump in. He's gonna be on me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I gotta pick it up or read it because that show was amazing as a kid. It's still really it
Gargoyles is so
it holds up as an adult. Great. Don't get me wrong; it's not gonna like blow your mind or anything like that, but it has a lot of adult like content.
It always did.
You know? Like but like it had enough to get you entertained as a kid. But I was like, as an adult now, I'm like, damn, this is, the animation is still pretty good. It's probably one of the last 2Ds. There's some 3D, stuff in there, but it's one of the last true, 2D kind of animation. Everything now is, computer generated.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Bringing Brandon.
Yeah. So about that. I was like, dude, I do this every single time. I always make sure I get on my computer, I sit into Brandon. That's what I do every single time. And this one time I forgot, and he's like, all right, so you guys just not gonna send me in? You're not gonna bring us in? Just my bad, B. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was just sitting there by my lonesome.
we're talking about gargoyles. You just waited.
That's the problem. We start talking about comic books, and that I lost myself.
Mm-hmm.
What Cleve's is saying about John David Washington, I love that. I will love that.
Yeah, John Stewart.
Stewart would be
great. That would be so great. Because John Stewart is my favorite Green Lantern. Yeah, because he's so serious. He's a great actor. He would be great. I want to see him in the MCU, but I would not mind seeing him as Green Lantern.
This is what I feel like. I feel like
John Stewart.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like DC has better characters. I feel like their comics are more interesting. Like I have a lot of Marvel comics, I really do, but I feel like DC's better all the time. They just are terrible at making movies. They're just terrible. I mean, animation. They're the best animated series. Like the best animated movies I ever met or ever seen are all with DC. I don't know what it is, but they can't. When it comes to making live action crap, they drop the ball every single time. I don't know.
Yeah, they just can't stick the landing when it comes to the live action stuff.
Mm-hmm. Which makes no sense because, like you said, they make the best animated stuff. So, just make live actions of that. For like Green Lantern, Green Lantern First Flight would be an amazing movie. That'd be an amazing movie.
Oh, I love Green Lantern First Flight.
Yeah, man, that was so great. Even the Green Lantern, the one with the little stories. I forgot what it was called.
Emerald Knights.
Emerald Knights. That would be a great. That would be a great like mini series. Or where you can introduce, because like if you want to do a Green Lantern core movie, do Emerald Knights where Hal or John or somebody is telling the stories, and now you introduce all these other ones. That'd be so great. It'll be super cool with stuff like that.
I am excited for the angle that Gunn is going for with the Lantern series with John Stewart and Well, but John, the series, the Max series, I know they said it's going to be about centered on Hal Jordan and John Stewart, which will be cool. Because I think he described it as True Detective with superheroes, which immediately sold me.
Yeah, that's a good way to sell.
Yeah, I think that sounds super dope. Just curious to see who plays Hal and John.
That's what I'm saying. They have to get right casting. But as much as I say that, has DC ever really ever ruined anything by casting? They usually figure out pretty good casting.
They're more or less pretty good with it. And now we gotta say, whoever works with James Gunn did a really good job with casting. Because look at Guardians. Those people are spot on. Like I would have never thought Batista would have been like a big star, and he crushed it as Drax, and that was just a stepping stone to all the other stuff he's been in. So, yeah.
Fun fact: speaking of DC, I know originally one of the choices to play Drax was Jason Momoa. He passed on it.
Yeah,
I'm glad. He's it's too much personality. I wouldn't like that.
Yeah, Yeah, he does have. He's too much of a bro, but I mean that in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, there's definitely characters that are like that are more bro-ish kind of characters that would be more fitting for him.
Yeah, they basically kind of retooled Aquaman to fit his persona.
Hey, I like him as Aquaman more than I like the original Aquaman. Aquaman is like one of the worst characters I've ever seen. Like, they're so boring. He's so boring.
Yeah, I like him as Aqua Bro.
Aqua Bro, yeah.
Bro Sidon.
Bros.
That's funny. Yeah.
Mission Impossible one.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's get going and then do all that. Yeah. Well, I almost walked past them and they're like, "Hey, do you want a poster?" I was like, "Yeah." So, yeah, I got 2 posters.
I got 2 too.
Yeah. But real quick, I hope Gunn taps into that DC Spider-Man. Which one? I hope Gunn or probably Superman. I don't know. But
I'm confused. There's a DC Spider-Man thing.
Yeah, I might have misspoken or something. But I think Gunn's good. I trust him enough to give him a chance. Right? You know, so many people that are just like.
I was thinking because that would be DC Spider-Man would be either Static Shock or the Blue Beetle, right? That's all I could think of.
Oh, speaking of, so Blue Beetle, obviously they can't. Any actor cannot promote any movie right now or like red carpet promote. Xolo kind of did one, but not really. Like he did something, Instagram or something like that, and put out a video and kind of talking about it. But tomorrow, because there's such a big fan base really gathering around Blue Beetle, which kind of gives me some faith. Tomorrow is they're calling themselves the Blue Beetle Battalion, and tomorrow they want you to use that hashtag to kind of like help promote the movie and stuff like that. So I'm like,
believe it when I see it, bro.
I
believe when I see it.
You know,
I don't know. Well,
I mean, I'm gonna be on Twitter with putting that up, showing off my graduation day comics and stuff like that. So, but that's cool because they just like the fans are like, no, a lot of the fans are like, we want this to do well, but
then put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah,
exactly.
Show up.
That's the issue. Is like so many people were like, oh, we want the Snyderverse to continue. Oh, well, here's the Snyderverse Superman. I don't want to go. It's like, well, you could have had the continuation of the Snyderverse if you went to go support Black Adam, but you didn't. So you made the choice for DC. Because they were waiting. They were waiting. They're like, do we let The Rock run DC? Which sounds stupid, but it was so close. If Black Adam did well, The Rock would be in charge of DC.
If they knew how bad DC would be without The Rock, like look at every movie besides The Rock, he's made double the amount of money all the rest of them did. So they knew that no one is going to go see a DC movie. It has nothing to do with The Rock. It has everything to do with DC right now.
Wow.
That $400 million looking real good right now.
I know, right?
The Flash with the all-time worst, the biggest bust of a movie of all time, passing Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is the worst. But I mean, that's what you asked for, though, right? You're gonna say something, Brandon?
Oh no, I was just gonna say, the Flash just monumentally tanked. It just like we said plenty of times, it just had too much working against it.
Yeah. But imagine if it would have came out where The Rock was in charge of DC and he's like, it counts, it matters, Flash is gonna continue in the story, and Aquaman's gonna continue in the story, and Shazam's gonna continue in the story. But instead, Black Adam crashed, and they're like, well, no one gives a shit about DC, so let it die, and we'll start over again. And they're letting it die.
Don't blame them. You know who to blame. You're trying to take too much pressure off of James Gunn.
But I'm just saying, before James Gunn was even in charge, before he was even in charge, though, that's what I'm saying.
James Gunn deserves the fault for this year. All those bombs, bombs.
Not all the credit. He gets 30%.
30? No, 30. He gets 30% for the Flash. He gets all the credit for everybody else.
He gets as soon as DC came out and said we're done.
Yeah,
they had to say that after he said it. Sorry.
Yeah, I blame Warner Brothers. You know, they could have, if they were going to get someone to, if they were going to reboot this universe and get someone in charge, they could have waited until like the end of the year after everything came out and then announced it. They could have kept it under wraps.
Yeah, but all he had to do was not tweet. You can deny. You don't have to, once you confirm, because there's reports all the time, but once you confirm, there's no going back.
Yeah.
That's my problem. So I'm saying, like, you could blame DC, you could blame anyone, but if he never confirmed, you would never have to worry about it.
I wouldn't say that. I would say you maybe would have got a couple 100,000 more, which,
100. They would have had a couple 100 million more, not 100,000.
I'm sorry, yeah, like a million more, yeah.
Yeah, I could see, what happened with Shazam? Shazam Fury made $133 million.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like another 100 million more. Like they could have made like
double its entire everything they made.
Yeah. which would still put it at 300, which is still like not good, but
no, that's a lot. That's $150 million more. That's double what they had made already. So that's I don't know.
So, but that's the thing, man. They were over it before it was even dead because they didn't go support Black Adam. So you pulled the trigger. You made the choice for DC. The Rock even came out and said, your Superman's going to be in this movie. And people are like, yeah, cool. And then they're like, oh, wait, it's out of theaters already? It was like, what are you talking about, man?
You didn't go see it. Sorry.
You didn't go see it. Yeah. It was like you were hyping it up and then, She goes, those DC movies tank because they were all trash, period.
No, the Flash was not trash. No, the Flash wasn't trash.
It was good.
It was good.
Yeah.
It just, you had a dickwad, leading the movie, leading the film. It was not terrible.
I think, and a lot of people overhyped it, way overhyped it.
Yeah. It was good. It just wasn't
the best comic book movie ever.
Yeah.
It wasn't the game changer everyone was like touting it to be. I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
I thought it was fine.
It was a fun enough time.
Exactly.
Yeah. There were parts of Shazam that I didn't even mind. I liked the first one a lot more, but Shazam 2 was all right. And
it's a decent movie. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
So no one cared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that movie could have easily made what Ant-Man and Wasp Quantumania made. It could, it's not that far off of that. I mean, the movie itself was fine.
Yeah. I don't know. People were saying it was trash. Like a lot of people have it rated like one of the lowest movies of the year, and I'm like, it doesn't believe.
It wasn't good. I mean, it wasn't great.
M2 was not decent.
It was fine.
It was okay.
It was fine.
Okay. All right, let's get through the rest of these comments, and then we'll start with our review. Would be cool if you tease Static Shock at the end of Blue Beetle. That'd be pretty cool.
Dude, that would be amazing.
Yeah, there's so many rumors right now. Like that Gunn put in a Superman cameo. He's putting in a blah 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 cameo. Like everyone, there's gonna be one of a bazillion different cameos at the end. So
if you do that, though, I mean, people will go just to see
the first continuation of what really matters, quote unquote. But yeah, Static would be cool. That would be really cool. That would hype so many people.
Yeah, no, I'll be there. I like you'll turn away. I'll have regular clothes on. You look at the movie, see it. I'll turn and look back at me. I'll be in the Static Shock whole outfit. It's like, where'd you even get it from? Had it in my shirt just in case.
Wear it all the time, just in case.
You never know.
Yeah. Y'all like James, like Gunn doesn't have hits under his belt. No, he does.
Yeah, he does. Yes, he does.
He's a great director, I think. Yeah, I think he has good vision.
We're saying, what I'm saying specifically is, as president of a studio, the things that he's learning on the job that he can and cannot do. And I think he's learned it now too. I think he's not going to make the same mistakes again. Honestly,
he's still on Twitter a lot.
Yeah, but you know what? He's not saying everything about every damn movie. He's not telling them, "Hey, look, guys, this is how much we're going to do in this episode. We're going to show this." Like, you know, he's not giving trade secrets and all that stuff. And I think that's better.
I wonder how much that has to do with the strikes, because he kind of started shutting up when the writer's strike started about 2 months ago, right? And I'm thinking, because technically he can't write anything, you know. Technically, you know, according to the
if that's the case, then the writers need to stay on strike just to keep Gunn for talking too much.
I know. Like Gunn doesn't know what he's doing. No, he knows what he's doing as a director. Creative part, yeah.
As a director, he does. Not as a studio director. I mean, runner. That's a different story.
Yeah. And then Cleve said his name is Black Spider.
Wow, I've never heard of that.
Yeah,
everyone's escaping me right now.
Who is Black Spider in the DC universe? Black Spider is an infamous assassin and enemy of Batman. Villain. The name is a legacy alias used by several different individuals over the years. It has been associated with the Injustice League, Suicide Squad, and Secret Society of Supervillains. Okay. The more you know.
Looks like he has the Spider-Man logo on his face, though, which is kind of cool. Check that out. Nope. I would not be doing that for Booby, though.
Yeah.
Man, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Whoa. We didn't say that.
What?
I'm gonna support it. I don't know if it's gonna be good or not. We'll see. Because that second trailer was not good.
That second trailer was a little too goofy. Although I watched it a few more times. It had some good parts.
No, it didn't.
But the grandma at the end ruined the whole trailer. The grandma at the end ruined the whole trailer.
I was done. I was like, all right, guys.
You cut that out, and I think the trailer would be okay.
I don't know. George Lopez is doing too much George Lopezing too.
But that's what you need to promote, like a Hispanic kind of movie. Like, oh, he's a Mexican American. George Lopez, you know, it's
like he has to be any movie.
Yeah, man. It's like
movie.
And if not him, then it's Cheech Marin. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just you. Yeah. You know,
you could be in it without having to be super him. You know, hey, turn.
That's all he knows how to do.
You know, can you just be less you? Can you do that?
Every movie he's been in has been him. It was one of my favorite movies. Balls of Fire, I think.
Balls of Fury.
Balls of Fury, I think. Yeah, the one. Yeah. Where the ping pong one, where it's like supposed to be the Bruce Lee movie.
Yeah.
You know, and he plays like the government agent guy, and he was George Lopez. That's who he was. So
I'm going to play me.
Yeah.
In everything I do.
Yeah. Y'all like Jones doesn't have Guardians of the Galaxy on his belt, Peacemaker on his belt. He's crushing the casting while y'all hate. We don't hate James Gunn.
No, understand directing. I think he's going to do great with the movies. I really do. I think that you talking about running a studio is totally different than directing movies. He's going to make good movies. There's no question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which I'm going to be really curious to see how he does with Superman Legacy, because he already said it's not going to be a funny, you know, movie like Guardians and Peacemaker. Like, he understands what Superman needs to be. At least that's what he says. So
yeah, but it also has to be interesting, and it's hard. I say that's why I always say with him, it's hard to make Superman interesting because he's so overpowering.
Yeah,
you know, he can do anything. He can breathe in freaking space. Like, what can you do to a dude that can breathe in space? Like, I mean,
the sun makes him stronger, so let's give him unfiltered sun rays.
Like, there's nothing you can do with it. It's hard having a storyline with that. So there has to be a little humor. There has to be some things in it, but you have to be able to have a great story with it.
I can see the humor part coming when he's Clark. You know, got the glasses on and you know, stumbling, kind of clumsy guy. But DC movies think they're trash. Yeah, Jam 2 was not decent. Black Adam was not decent.
Hey, I don't care what you said. Black Adam was decent. I don't care what you're saying. It was decent.
I think I've seen it once.
I've seen it now 3 times, and you know what? How could it be terrible if Hawkman was that good? If Dr. Fate was that good? It was not
the best parts.
It wasn't trash. No, and The Rock wasn't bad either. It was that little kid was as annoying as fuck. But like it wasn't. Black Adam that was bad. It wasn't Dr. Fate that was bad. That was Hawkman. That's 90% of the movie. So 90% of the movie is not bad. So what are you telling me?
Yeah, it was an all right movie. It just wasn't the movie that it could have been.
He should have went. He should have went full.
Full villain. If that would have made things interesting, like villain, because that Black Adam at best is an anti-hero. So they really could have leaned into that. They just made him a hero who scowled a lot, unfortunately.
It was like you Disney-fied him, like literally.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, like, there's no reason to do that. Let him be dark. This is a dark movie by the concept of it. So you should have made it more. Let him be as dark as he could be, and let's go full villainous, and be as dark as Blade.
Yeah, it could have been. It could have been so much more than what it was.
But as far as saying the movie is bad, the movie was not bad.
The movie was hard. Yeah.
And I said they had great characters. They probably didn't need the other two, Atom Smasher and
Cyclone.
You probably didn't need those two, but they had very good parts to it, and it could have been really, really good.
Yeah,
it could have been really good. Should have been really good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But he should have had Shazam in the movie because having villains without their counterparts sucks. Look at Venom.
Venom. You can say that all you want, but Venom makes money,
which is crazy. I don't know who's going to see that, man. Because
you keep on saying that, and everyone that goes to see it sees it.
But it's got horrible reviews,
and they all go see it.
Which people
are like, man, this is awful. I'll see you again Thursday.
Was it anything with like was it what's that Scooby-Doo movie or show that was horrible?
Velma? Oh,
Velma? I was gonna say Thelma. Velma. All the hate watchers is the reason why we're getting a season 2. Like, stop. Don't watch it.
No, people like Venom.
God, I hated Velma. But the fact that The Rock wanted to distance himself from Shazam was just kind of weird to me.
It was unnecessary.
And instead ended up shoehorning Superman, and he was touting like the big showdown between Superman and Black Adam like it was one of his wrestling matches or something.
No, but I think that still concept would have been cool if Shazam was there.
Mm-hmm. If Shazam was there,
it should have been a 3-way wrestling match. That's what it should have been.
Yeah. There's a movie, the Black Adam animated movie, that is them two versus Black Adam.
Because Black Adam is that bad. Awesome. He's so badass of a character. He could have been just a badass, and then both of them coming together to fight.
Like the one of two weaknesses Superman has is the kryptonite. So Green Rock makes him fall apart, and magic. What? Like you telling me? Who was it? What's the street magic guy? David Blaine can take down Superman.
You know what he's gonna do? The needle through his head, and Superman's like, my own weakness.
Magic, street magic. He starts floating. Superman's, how you doing that?
You can fly.
Oh man! All right, let's finish this up. There was never a payoff for Deathstroke on Luthor's boat. Yeah, DC just doesn't have it in, and Gunn can hopefully save it because they have an entire movie they filmed and didn't put it out. Yeah, which I don't think that's never coming out. We're never seeing that movie.
Yeah, I don't think that
because they lose the money they saved on it. And as I think I talked about,
they burned it. They burned the only copy.
I told you. I think I said this. Like when you have a restaurant, restaurants, right? If you have one who's underperforming, you can write off those losses. So those write-off losses are worth more than anything that you could have got from it.
Yeah.
So with because if they spent $90 million and they spend $110 million on marketing and all that stuff, and they had to pay the actors and pay them your royalties and all that stuff, you end up spending $250 million. You have to make $250 to even break even. But I could take all those losses and do a write-off. Mm-hmm. I'm good. It makes more sense, So
yeah. For especially after everything where they're like, it's probably the whole universe is getting canceled, so why spend more money? The same thing. I forgot. I think you said that, Brian, was like, why put more graphics into the Flash? It's good as it is. Let it be.
Yeah, let it be. Let it go. And if it makes money, it makes money. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. UMM. Not sure. Because no DC, but are you guys excited about Alita 2?
Alita is one of those movies that I love.
Yeah.
There's 2 movies that I know that people will hate and I always give bad raps to that I love. I love Ready Player One. I know people hated that movie, and I love watching it every single time it comes on. I stop and watch it, and I love Alita Battle Angel. I just, I know it's not the same as what it should have, what people thought it was going to be, but I thought it was just a good movie on its own. So I love those movies.
Yeah. Same. I really liked Alita, but this is James Cameron we're talking about. It's never going to come out during our lifetime.
Right as we die. His last dying wish as the director.
Yeah, he's too busy with
Avatar.
With Avatar.
And pushing it back. They're pushing it back more. I mean,
yeah.
Well, it's funny.
The new technology.
It's funny. The writer's strike doesn't really affect him because they don't write the movie until after it's over. So they're right. It's the day before. They're like handing them scripts.
Yeah. That even Professor Film said, "I love Ready Player One. It's very entertaining." It was just a nostalgia drug trip. That's all it was, which was awesome.
Exactly. I love it. I was like, man, this brought me back to all the things I love. I love Atari. I love Nintendo. I love NES. I love Super Nintendo. I love Sega. I mean, all that stuff was there. I loved everything about that movie. It was so cool. And the kind of theme was, don't let it take over your life.
Mm-hmm.
Know when to get out. And I thought that was cool too.
Yeah, for sure. I thought it was decent. You're talking about Black Adam.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna sit here and pick apart everything wrong with the DC verse. We'll
be here forever.
Talk about let's talk about MI7.
We'll be here forever talking about what's wrong with DC verse.
Yeah, no. Both Venom movies were a fart in a sealed room. That's exactly.
You're not wrong.
Yep.
You're not wrong.
Yep. A fart in a Ziploc bag that you sit in the mail and then wait to open.
Oh man, that second one was so.
And
it got better, but
people loved it.
I mean, I was expecting really great stuff because Andy Serkis, I believe, directed that one. So I was like, "Oh, Mr. Motion Capture himself, this is gonna be awesome."
Yeah. And then I was like, it was just all right. Yeah. Post credits.
It made $506 million worldwide. That's. I mean, that's better than anything that DC has ever released
in a while. Yeah, it's got Let There Be Carnage got 57% on Rotten Tomatoes and an 84% with the audience. So.
My biggest problem with Let There Be Carnage was that it was only like an hour and a half long.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, so you decide not to write anything about this?
Yeah. And the first Venom was 30% with the critics and 80% with the audience. So the audience was about the same for 1 and 2, but the critics were like, "This sucks," and then the second one was like, "It's a little bit better." So, I don't know. All right, let's get this ball rolling with this Mission Impossible.
All right.
Also, we did get some feedback. I'm drawing a blank on his name. But one of our commenters who usually doesn't show up live, but he said he liked our shorter kind of videos. So I'm like, okay. So I might chop up our live reviews into maybe a little bit smaller context. Maybe like our end part might be its own little,
like we do now.
No, like the ratings might be its own video. Just the rating part, okay? Because then that's only like 5 minutes. That's keeping up with everyone else's reviews. And we're talking about movies for like an hour. All right. right, cool. Let's get it going. You got the synopsis up and stuff?
If I'm not ready, I'm always ready. Even when I'm out, I'm in.
Even when you're not ready, you're ready.
Exactly.
All right, welcome to Spoiler Kings. My name is Tank Kramer with Brandman Brandon, Brian DeGrizzly, and we are going to talk about Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1. So before we get into some of the good, some of the bad, and our official ratings, Brian, you got a quick synopsis?
Sure.
Breakdown what it is?
All right. Ethan Hunt and the MIF team must track down a terrifying new weapon that threatens all of humanity and if it falls into the wrong hands. With the control of the future and the fate of the world at stake, a deadly race around the globe begins. Confronted by a mysterious, all-powerful knowing enemy, Ethan is forced to consider that nothing can matter more than the mission, not even the lives of those he cares about most. Dun, dun,
dun. Cool. So we'll start off with some of the good stuff that we liked about the movie. We'll start with Brandon, Brian, and myself. What you got?
First and foremost, this is probably one of my favorite movies of the summer so far. I get fonder of the Mission Impossible movies with each one. I think they, to an extent, they very much step their game up with each one in terms of like the action, the scope. Tom Cruise still bringing in his A game. To think they've been doing these movies for 27 years at this point, right? And still going very, very strong. I like that Christopher McQuarrie, who's done he did this one and the last two. He came in at Rogue Nation, and he did Dead Reckoning, or obviously Dead Reckoning, and Fallout too. I kind of like that. I kind of like that his take on Mission Impossible is a little more they're a little more serialized or like interconnected. Before he came into the picture, it seemed like they all just kind of stand on their own. They're all very much like standalone movies. So I kind of like that they have this kind of like consistent flow ever since he entered the picture. Yet they can still kind of stand on their own. But well acted. It left me wanting more for sure. I can't wait for part 2 next year.
Yeah. Agreed.
And just the action sequences, once again, like I said, just amazing.
Yeah. Cool. Brian?
Obviously I'm going to rebrand Summer. All blockbusters should be Tom Cruise blockbusters. He is the blockbuster king right now. We're going to give him. Will Smith had it back in 1996 when he had Independence Day and Men in Black and all that stuff, and he lost it when he had Wild Wild West. And we've held it on for a long time. And I won't give the belt back to Tom Cruise because he's now done it. He's done it again. This movie is going to make $1 billion or close to it. It's going to be like $700, $800 million, something like that. He's going to be one of the top movies of the year. It is my third favorite movie already for this year. I love the fact that, in the whole franchise, they kind of rebooted the franchise. Was it number 4? After 3, they kind of rebooted it, and they understood what they were. It was like, when you're learning how to walk, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, this is what we are. And that's what they've been going with. So now it's all about just Ethan Hunt doing crazy crap. And the crazy crap he's doing is awesome. And the story follows his stupid stuff. And I didn't realize like the trick that he was going to do on the bike. He had no idea what he was supposed to be doing. He's going up the mountain. Yeah. And then all of a sudden it's like, so you want me to jump off? What? I thought that was very cool. The team being a small knit team was very cool. Mm-hmm. They did exactly what you have to do in a movie. Create meaning from death and all that stuff. I thought that was cool. They did foreshadow a lot of it coming. But more than anything, it just was so entertaining. Like Ethan Hunt is on the level of 007 for me right now.
Yeah.
Like this is what he is. He's become, without them giving him James Bond because he's American, he's made a James Bond entity in this movie. Like it's the last three have just been so good. They know what they're doing. All the stuff that's going on, the Dubai part, it's like a great chess game. It's like watching from the outside a great chess game and seeing all the parts move, and we get the pleasure of watching it from the outside. So yeah, I love this. And then thinking about, you're playing basically against a supercomputer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And having to go analog, which brings it back to being just us people, against this supercomputer that's all on the internet, that's everywhere. So I mean, I love the concept. It's very smart. All the parts, all the characters, I enjoy all of them. It's funny because like though it's spy stuff, so everyone's like stabbing each other in the back, but it's still like they still know who they are. It just works so very well, and and I love Haley Atwell. So,
oh yeah, me too.
Yeah,
me too.
Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, I mean both of you guys are right. Also with what part did you say? The jumping off the mountain thing. It was like so cool because everyone saw they did a whole teaser trailer thing a year ago of them, but just the whole video was them about that one stunt, and then you find out in the movie that it all took place where he didn't even know where he was going. So it's like it's like so funny because like they set you up like a year ago with like, oh, there's so much time and effort and planning and blah 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 into this one stunt, but in the movie it's just like he just figures it out and jumps off. So I was like, I did like that because like they hyped it up a very different way in the trailer or in that teaser documentary, whatever you want to call it, of just the jump, and then it was something very different vibes of that jump in the movie, so but that was pretty cool.
One more thing.
Go ahead.
The hand-to-hand combat was very good.
I was just gonna say that.
Almost John Wick type of stuff. It was so good, and there's like very little CGI besides the whole in train jumping crap. But everything else was just like real stuff happening. So I don't want to throw that in there. But yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, the combat was great. Like the sword/knife fighting was really awesome. Good. The hand-to-hand, like Tom Cruise, like it was really well choreographed. Like it was good fighting. I really, really liked that. And it looked gorgeous. Every time they went somewhere, it just like the director made sure to show off like, oh yeah, we're in Venice or we're in Dubai or something like that. Like everything looks great. Even the opening-ish action scene in the sandstorm kind of thing. I thought that looked it was so cool.
Really cool.
It's hard to see, but that was like part of the point. But it looked really cool, and it was just like stuff happening all over the place. It reminded me of like a Call of Duty game almost, but like on steroids and in real life.
Like you saw the sandstorm coming, and then you can see that he planned it. He didn't make a plan. He just adapted. That's the best part about it. He adapts.
That's all he does. Well, they even make fun of that in the movie where I think Grace, which is Haley Atwell's character, is like, he goes, "Oh, I just need the details," and then Benji was like, "Oh no, we don't do that. That just tends to get in the way more." So I was like, and that's what I did like about the movie is like it was very aware of how crazy over the top it was at times, and borderline very silly, with it, but it made sense, and them just poking fun at themselves a little bit was good, and I think that's the proper way to handle something like that. Where like say comparatively like Fast and Furious, it's crazy over the top, but they hardly poke fun at itself, and I think if they did that, you might get a little bit more. They do it a little bit, not as much. This one did it kind of a few times I can really think of, but for me, Isai Morales, who played Gabriel, awesome, yeah. Because like he's the bad guy, but he's really only the avatar for the bad guy. He's speaking on behalf of the bad guy. Yep. So it's really cool because he is a very cool bad. He's a great actor too. But just the whole thing, he goes, "I know what you're gonna do. I'm gonna have that tomorrow." And it's like, how? He's like, don't worry about how. Don't worry about the details. I'm gonna, that's what I like.
It will be in my hand at 4 p.m. I'm just letting you know.
Like, it was awesome. It was awesome. He was a great bad guy, and him being countered Tom Cruise, I thought was really cool because every time Ethan Hunt saw him, he just kind of like almost missed it, And there's a part I don't want to spoil, but on the train, where you're like, do it. Wait, don't do it, but do it. No, don't do it. And it's a really cool moment there. But Vanessa Kirby comes back. She was great. Pom was Paris. She was like this big fighter chick kind of one.
Oh yeah, I didn't understand. I was like, why is your face always painted? I'm like, are you sad? Are you a sad clown?
Yeah, but she hardly talked.
Go be Mantis. What are you doing?
Yeah, but it was definitely a fun time, high action. And one thing I think Zach Attacks did a review on it, so go check out his review too. But he put something on Twitter where he was like, that this movie is just a sophisticated Fast and Furious. And I was like, yeah, this is Fast and Furious for the fancy people. That I think exactly what it is. No.
There was no space. There was no space.
Not yet.
The final.
Guess who's going to space for the next movie? He is literally going to space. Yeah. Go ahead.
The last couple minutes of the movie did kind of remind me of Fast X, just with like explosives being rigged to a bridge, and then it ends with a submarine.
I didn't even think about that. The parallels.
Only this did not suck.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like it's a more well thought out version of the madness. Though. Yeah, it makes sense.
He's a spy. Dom is a mechanic.
Yeah. He's well. I guess he was just a burglar. Like, what was he before he became? Because they talked about that too, where he had to make a choice.
Possible before, he was just a guy, whatever,
like a really well skilled guy. Yeah. So, but it was definitely like a fancy Fast and Furious, but just done smarter. But the action is over the top, silly, which is not bad. Like, people say that, and I feel like they always mean it or might be taken as a bad thing, and sometimes it's not. 007 has always been over the top, silly action, and 007 is one of the all-time greatest, action spy movies franchises ever. But Mission Impossible, look out, man, because like you said, Ethan Hunt might be the next 007.
He's in a lot of places, a lot of ways he's better. Like, I'll take Luther over him. I'll take Ethan Hunt over 007.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah. So, but cool. Let's get to some of these comments real quick, and then we'll move on to our bad. Brandon Davis said, love the MI7, but it's not the best of the franchise. Ooh, let us know which one the best one is. This MI7 was very different animal than its counterparts. Yeah.
And also because it was a half of the movie too.
Half of the story.
So you only know half of what's going on, so they had more time to develop it.
Yeah. You gonna say something, Brandon?
Oh yeah, no, I agree with that, but I think all the Mission Impossible movies kind of have their own kind of individual vibe and feel to them. I know that I had mentioned with McQuarrie coming back to write and direct this one. This one and the two before it all kind of feel like a little more in their own kind of like they're kind of grouped together to an extent, but still they each kind of have their own different feel at the same time, which is something that I've always liked about the Mission Impossible movies. And that's always been the franchise's vibe. The first one had its own tone, the second one had a very different tone, the third one had a different tone than that, and so forth. It's something I really, really enjoy about the franchise, and I think at this point the series is in a very comfortable spot because I think it kind of took them a while to kind of find their groove. I think I don't think they really hit their groove or their stride until Mission Impossible 3, and then
they reset everything in 4 though. That's why I think 4 was almost like an entire reboot, and then 4, 5, 6, and now 7. So I feel like those. 3, I feel like 1 was good, 2 was bad, 3 was good, 4 was good, and then 4, 5, 6, and 7 like got better. Like,
yeah. When did the director come in?
He came in for Rogue Nation. 5.
Five? Is it 5?
Yeah.
Rogue Nation.
Yeah, because Brad Bird, who did The Incredibles and Tomorrowland, he did Ghost Protocol, and then Christopher McQuarrie entered the picture.
Yeah, 4, 5.
And it's been there
5, 6, 7. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, but like you said, those kind of all tied together a little more. But Ghost Protocol was, for me, I think, when I really started liking the franchise more.
Ghost Protocol was great. Like I said, I really, really loved 3 because it was the first one that really, really like felt like a kind of whodunit type thing, which I appreciated. And then the second one was just exactly what it was marketed as, a John Woo movie.
That's right.
Yeah, I can barely like comfortably call it a spy movie. It was just a full on John Woo movie. It was very much a product of its time, very much a product of early 2000s. I don't necessarily think the second one's bad, but it's definitely like the redheaded stepchild of the whole series.
So what no one talks about.
It's not good. So
it was, I don't
even remember it. So
yeah, I remember when it came out. Like I thought it was like the coolest thing ever
at the time.
Yeah. But ever since 3, I think the franchise really just kind of started that upward trajectory.
Yeah, see that. Hunt is better than 007, and I can prove that. So the movie is basically Age of Ultron.
He didn't create the thing that
I get what you're saying. Yeah, it's just like you versus a CGI, not CGI, but like an AI that's everywhere.
Yeah, but it didn't. He didn't create that. That the thing about Age of Ultron is that Stark created the AI.
Yeah,
gave it life.
The bad guy.
Yeah.
But I get where you're going with it. Compared to the others, wasn't a lot of fighting. Really?
There's a lot of gun. There's a lot of gun stuff. There's a lot of shooting. There's 3/4 of the movie's fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought there was a lot of fighting.
Yeah, I thought there was a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it starts off with a big action scene. I mean, it's not hand-to-hand fighting,
but it's still shooting and it's dodging and all that other stuff. And
yeah. Yeah, the sandstorm in part 4. I don't remember that.
When they were in Dubai, right?
Dubai, yeah.
Xavier said, "MI is more refined version of Fast and Furious." Exactly. It's like we know we're crazy, but we're gonna be a smart crazy.
Exactly. At least it's gonna make sense.
Yeah. I continue to watch these movies over Bond any day.
I agree with that too.
Yeah. We'll see if they redo Bond a little bit, make Bond more like this. But
Bond hasn't been cool in
a while
since Sean Connery.
Pierce
Brosnan was okay, but
the last guy, Daniel Craig, was pretty good. But it was a different version of Bond.
Never interesting, to me.
Really? Casino Royale was really good.
Him as Bond, the movie was good. But him as a character was just like almost overshadowed by the movie.
Old Bond, which is kind of an interesting take on it, but I like it. And then Horror Geek said, MI7 was a great movie to watch. My theater was filled with old people.
My theater was just filled.
Yeah.
Mine too.
Yeah, it was a full house.
Yeah, it was packed. Did you guys watch it in IMAX?
Yep.
That's like the only way to watch it, right? I'm glad they gave a tiny bit of backstory. Yeah, which was cool. I was like that. And then it was just enough where you're like, you understood. It didn't spend 20 minutes figuring it out.
We're not going to do a flashback and we're going to do Boba Fett.
Yeah, I know. Spend most of the series. And then he said hand-to-hand, no way compared to the others.
But you know what? If you do too much hand-to-hand trying to do that, then you're really trying to be a John Wick, because John Wick is taking it to a different level. There's no need to do that hand-to-hand as much. Go ahead to be the guns. Go ahead, show that you're still fighting, do all the cool stuff. But you don't have to try to be anything else. John Wick has that genre on over there. Let's be our own thing right over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think I had enough, but also it's like you're fighting a computer, so it's like it's all about outsmarting making one step over, granted there are bad guys and blah, blah, blah. So there's going to be some fighting, but for the most part, it's like being smarter, outsmarting something and stuff like that. So I felt like, yes, it had action compared to the others. It fell short. But to the others, it fell short. Okay. Well, that's a good segue into the bad stuff. So Brandon, felt like the action was a little short. Not as good as the other movies. Our Brandon. What's some bad stuff that you like or didn't like?
And this is kind of like a common thing with some of the Mission Impossible movies. As much as I love them, sometimes they get a little overindulgent in terms of the length. Some of the stuff could have been trimmed. I think that would be my best. That would probably be the number one thing that kept going through my mind the entire time. I think that it's getting a little tedious with Ethan Hunt, having these women constantly in his life who are constantly either getting killed or something bad happening to them. Mm-hmm. It's the whole flashback.
Maybe it's you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. The whole flashback scene, before he joined IMF, and it was a woman getting murdered, or that was part of his motivation for wanting to go after Gabriel. It's just getting a little tedious, I guess, with these women in Ethan's life. I'd say those are probably my top two. And on one hand, I kind of get why they went with an AI villain, because Ethan Hunt's conquered pretty much every human villain that he's faced. So the AI was an interesting route. I'm kind of curious to see if there's payoff in the next movie with that, or they pay it off the right way. But I'd say those are my things.
Okay, what you got, Brian?
I feel like they repeated themselves a lot as far as the team and all that stuff. I think that the way they're talking was very, just too much very wordy. They said the same stuff over and over again. They kept on saying the same thing over and over, in every conversation about Ethan Hunt or about what he does, and they kept on saying it was just the same stuff I'm hearing over and over. All the dialogue was just kind of just almost useless, and for a movie that's 2 hours and 43 minutes long, why are you giving me the same dialogue 14 times? I don't need that. I think that you could trim that by saying it once, and then let's not go back to it. We already know who Ethan Hunt is. We already know people around him died. We already know that you don't think it's a good idea. We understand what's going on. So I thought that was really the biggest part of it. But overall, I mean, it was a good movie. So I'm not going to sit there and give all these bads. It knows what it is. It knows it needs to have action, and that's all we really need.
Yeah. So yeah, I kind of agree with you. The runtime was way too long with Brand. That's what Brandman said. A lot of the dialogue was repetitive. A lot of the scenes with Ethan and Grace were very repetitive. And Xavier brought it up perfectly.
Didn't we already see it before?
It's the bad. How many times did Ethan keep chasing after Grace? The first time I'm like, okay, I get it. You did the first time because you think you're smarter than everybody. You don't know the full scale of everything. Okay. Yeah. The second time I was like, okay, people are trying to kill you and you're running. I'm like, oh, okay. Maybe you think you're better off. By the fourth, fifth time, when she just found out that the world's all going to end because there's an evil eyeball robot that's going to destroy everything. Mm-hmm. Why? She runs again. I was like, you're dumb. At this point, just run and just go die because you're stupid. It's like, what are we talking? What are we doing? It's like, I'm like, why does she keep running? Like, to me, I know why she has to, because she has to go to certain places by herself. But I'm like, if the issue is her just keep running away from Ethan Hunt, then that's lazy writing for me. That's like, what's the issue? It's like there should be another issue besides like, oh no, the guy that keeps saving me can't save me this time, so I'm gonna run away. I was like, what? So that was my biggest issue, was especially after that last time when also when you find out you're in the robot kind of thing, like the party is the AI, which was kind of funny. And she's like, oh, let me just run away. I was like, the thing knows who you are and everything, where you're at and everything. Why leave the only guy that keeps saving your butt? So,
for real.
I thought that was a little silly for me. And also, like, I kind of chuckled a little bit, even though the scene was super cool when you find out that the party is like the AI, because there's an episode of Futurama where Bender becomes so smart. He actually becomes the courthouse, and then so I kind of chuckle because I'm like, I've seen this before, where like you're inside the smart robot that's trying to take over the world, kind of thing. But even saying like stealing ideas, I thought of that, but there was Uncharted, the writer and director of Uncharted, the video game, pretty much is like, oh, I'm glad you got inspiration from somewhere. And it was like shot for shot. Here's what the video game is. Here's the clip from Mission Impossible. It was like the train falling, him hanging out. I'm like, wow. Like, tell me you didn't play that video game.
Yeah, but everyone has done that same type of thing. As the cars fall. This is not the first time you've seen any of that. Yeah,
but it's just, this thought it was kind of like a little too close for me. But that, and then when Grace starts driving the Fiat, I thought that was a little too. I get what they're trying to do. Like the car's so powerful that even Ethan Hunt couldn't, drive it right away. And then she gets it and she starts doing donuts, and she's like, I can't turn any other direction, and she keeps doing donuts. Like, even me and my girlfriend were laughing. We're like, that was so stupid, over the top. That's the part where I'm like, is this a Fast and Furious movie? Like, at that point, because I was like, she can't get out of a donut, and I was like, is she just a bad driver? Like, are they just saying women are bad drivers? I don't get what they're trying to say here. Like, it was just too goofy for me. It didn't ruin it. It was still a great chase scene with it all. But I thought that was like, okay, like, so like she can't drive and Ethan Hunt can't pick locks.
Yeah, that's why I didn't say like. So you're a spy, you can't pick a lock.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and you keep on allowing girls with pretty smiles to go ahead and mess you up, like, bro.
Yeah,
you need to go Pretty Girl Anonymous and figure out how to not get caught up. But you usually learn that lesson about 24. You're 60.
Yeah, right. He is like 60. But yeah, man, that's which is crazy, because like pretty much most of the issues are with Haley Atwell's character, but I loved her. I actually did like Grace. I thought she was good. I don't know if she's gonna be a good replacement for Rebecca Ferguson's kind of character, because I did like her character a lot.
She's a stronger character.
Yeah, more independent, more strong. Like Grace seems.
Well, Grace would work better with a team.
Yeah,
she's gonna work better with the team.
Yeah,
and she'll be able to fit right in as as the thief. He's gonna teach her how to be a grifter, that type of thing. Like that she will work better with them.
Yeah. And I don't want to spoil anything, but there's a part where like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. It's my fault. And then all the other guys on the team, they're like, it's not your fault. Don't worry. I was like, what? It's 100% her fault. Like, I'll be pissed off. Yeah. And then 5 minutes later,
you're married. I mean, you had your girlfriend for a long time. If it's her fault, if it's Erica's fault, do you tell her it's her fault all the time?
No, but
women, you can't do that.
With the, I don't want to spoil what she did.
Yeah, no.
But also, I met her yesterday. If I met Erica yesterday, or anybody like yesterday, and you done and did that, I was like, I will gladly get rid of your ass. Like you shut up. Like you keep running away. Like stop.
Yeah.
So no, it's a difference.
We should have chloroformed her and now been in for running. Just done. Yeah. Stop running. That's it.
Yeah. So that was like, I'm like, and then he's like, after 5 minutes, he goes, my life's more important than yours. I was like, you don't even know her.
I said that too. I was like,
you don't even know her.
You've known her for 15 minutes, bro.
But that's the whole thing of so Fast and Furious has family. This has friendship. And they say that right away in the airport scene. Right away in the airport scene. It's like, so what's more important, family or friendship? It's like
makes you think they knew they were going to be compared to the Fast franchise.
They had to have known, right? Let's get through some of these real quick, and then we're gonna finish things up. Hold on, I'm gonna talk about that a little bit later. Brandon said, "Yep, the great stuff pissed him off too." And we got Perp now. So
Perp, what's up?
I still feel like the last 3 films are better than this one.
I could see 5. I don't know.
Well, but
4 and 6, I'm not
4,
sure.
4, 5, 6. For sure, the last 2 I enjoyed a lot. FYI, the sand scene in part 4 was better than the sandstorm scene. Yeah,
but it was short. This one was very short. I mean, this wasn't the main part. It was just something getting to her.
Started off, just started off with a little bang. Yeah. Hunt picked the handcuffs in part 4 when he was laying in the hospital bed. Good call out, man. I don't know. Maybe
he didn't have a pretty girl smiling in his face, and that's when he just
and a train about to hit him. So, I don't know. Dialogue was very off, especially whenever they did those group. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. The dialogue is very different, and I wonder if that's Rebecca Ferguson. Like, because whenever she was with the group, it felt complete, better. Just be more sense. So I don't know. They could have brought back was it Thandie Newton?
Thandie Newton. You don't know who Thandie Newton is?
Brain fart.
Oh my god.
Check for Mission Impossible 2.
Well, forget that. That's Thandie Newton.
Oh, now you want me to look it up, man. Oh yeah.
Like Thandie Newton is like very well known.
Yeah.
Yep.
I see. I don't even remember number 2. It's been that long ago. She was in Norbert.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's of all the movies she's been in. Cool. You chose Norbert.
That's the first one that popped up that I saw. That I was like, oh yeah, Norbert. Norbert's such a stupid ass.
Westworld.
Not Westworld.
Yes,
she was in that one with Westworld. She was in that one with Hugh Jackman. That's about memories and things. Can't think of what that one's called.
I mean, she was.
Reminiscence.
Reminiscence. Yeah.
She was in Riddick. She was in 2012. I mean, Thandie Newton's been in a lot. Crash. Like you said, Norbit.
It just popped up. They blink Google. That's the first movie that popped up. And I didn't even remember her. I do remember her now, but I didn't think about it. But I know what Mission Impossible. So there you go, man. Brandon Davis. Action scenes were cool, but it's nothing that we haven't seen before. Yeah, it was just looked prettier, I think. I thought it was shot well and it looked well, but
it's also been a long time since we've had it, guys. We haven't had a Mission Impossible movie in some time, and we've had very disappointing movies coming in, and I think this is a breath of fresh air sometimes.
Yeah, especially when you get an action movie like John Wick, it's kind of like it pushed up the bar so high for action, craziness, stuff like that it's hard for any movie to kind of compete with that. But maybe we got spoiled because of that stuff. But it was pretty good. One last comment. Which is better, John Wick 4 or 7? And I think that's a lot of people talking about. Or John Wick 4 or Mission Impossible 7.
Yeah.
I'm gonna save this. We're gonna talk about this later. We're gonna talk about this next. But there you go. He's like, no, we'll talk about that one next. Still better than mid Top mid Maverick. I forgot Hermione hated Top Gun. Top Gun was good.
I love Top Gun.
Forgot he hates Top Gun.
Yeah, you're on your own on that one, buddy.
All right, let's get this finished off with our official ratings. So over here at Spoiler King, we do things nice and easy. We do now, later, never. Now means you got to go watch it right now before it gets spoiled. Later means you can wait till it's out on DVD or streaming. Never means just skip it. Brandon, what you giving Mission Impossible 7?
This is a now. I really love this. It really had everything that I was looking for out of a summer blockbuster movie. Mm-hmm. It really kept my attention from beginning to end. Loved the action. Tom Cruise always brings it, and it left me wanting more. It left me really excited for the next one next year.
Yeah.
So yeah. Now for sure.
Now,
no question.
Okay. Brian.
I don't know if it let me wanting more because it was so long. I don't think I could have went through another half an hour. I've been like, I was ready to go. I'm good. But it was definitely a good action-packed movie, enjoyable. I said it's my third favorite movie I've seen all year. This is definitely a now.
Yeah, for me, it's a now too. It's just super fun. Action was really fun. Shot beautifully. The chases were great. It's just, I don't know what else to expect from a Mission Impossible movie than that was just crazy, insane stunts that just were well shot and just super fun. So, I mean, I got what I wanted and some, I'd say. But I kind of agree with both of you guys with wanting more. Like, I do want more, but I'll take a little bit of a break because 3 hours is almost 3 hours is a long time.
Yeah,
and then add another 20 minutes of the trailers and stuff. But
I was like, dude, if I'm going to have a second part of the movie, it better not be 3 hours long.
Yeah. Also, a funny part, unless you were at an AMC theater, you get the Nicole Kidman intro, and my girlfriend is like, "Oh, it's funny." She's like, she's hyping up AMC for Tom Cruise, her ex-husband's movie.
Exactly.
So.
I was like,
yeah, we said that to each other when we were at the theater that day.
Yeah, because you forget, you're like, oh yeah, Tom Cruise, Kidman.
I was thinking that was the first real Mission Impossible. Getting away from Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
her getting away from Tom Cruise.
I said that might be Mission Impossible number like 20. Because he says he wants to do it until he's 80. So he legit said that. He said he wants to do it as long as he can. He wants to do it as long as Harrison Ford has been around. Harrison Ford is 82, I think. So
can he still run like that when he's 80?
Boy, there's so much running in this movie. There's so much running.
The poster. It's him running. It's just him running. That's all it is. Beautiful sunset and him running.
I got him
just jumping off of the bike. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That dude was born running.
Yeah. Came running out. He's got good form. I'll give him that. He's got like the high knees, pumping those arms. Like he runs better than the Flash. So.
He runs better than us, and he's 61.
That's true. That's true.
Perfect form.
Cheek
to cheek, guys. Cheek to cheek.
Nonstop. But cool. Let's do our Rotten Tomatoes real quick. 96% on the tomato meter with the critics. 96. That's probably one of the highest, if not the highest of the year so far, I think. And then also with the audience, 94.
Spider-Man's higher.
Spider-Man's higher? Okay. But 94 with the audience. They're 2% off, and they're both in the 90s. I mean, that kind of tells you
it's a great movie. Yeah.
We've been
waiting for something like this.
Exactly. So cool. And then one last thing, box office. Domestic, $78 million domestically.
That's cool.
International.
That's the international number.
International.
Exactly.
Holy crap. International, 155 international. That's which equals a total worldwide 234. This thing made 234.
Can you imagine if some of these other movies had that same foreign international type of money? Like, I mean, Fast X is the third highest grossing movie of the year. It had almost $500 million came from international. This movie is going to have a very similar international numbers, but I think it's going to do better domestically. So that's why I say it's going to get to like 8, maybe even $900 million.
It's going to get really close. It's going to get really close. But yeah, I mean, it came out on Wednesday, so they had a 5-day release thing. But I'm talking about from Wednesday, 15 mil, Thursday, 8 mil, 16 mil Friday, 21 mil Saturday, 16 mil Sunday.
I think domestically,
that's crazy.
I'm supposed to say domestically, I don't think it's going to go over $220 million domestically. I don't think so. If Horror Geek was here, he'll tell us the numbers. I think
give a lot of stats.
About 220, 225 domestically, but that doesn't mean anything if internationally we're going to do $600 million. So like that puts you in that $800 million range, which is crazy.
Yeah. Yep. So that's so much. I was like, wow. I mean, 78 is a big number from domestic, but that international number,
decent number, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, domestically almost doubled what it was double. International, almost, so
remember what I said about Fast X was over 500. It's 558 international money, right? International dollars. It only had 145 million domestically.
Wow,
that's all Fast X was 145 million dollars domestically, which is on the level of Indiana Jones. This is on the level of I mean, it's very low domestically. It's not a big domestic number. So I'm just saying.
Yeah. The international numbers. Oh, there you go. Horgie's probably gonna be around 650 to 700 range. Yeah. I could see it maybe going a little bit higher too, but
because I think if it gets 200 million world domestically, then that 500 million, almost $600 million pushes it up to $800 million range.
Getting close. Its lower domestic is going to put it below Fallout. So,
but Fallout did like 900 million. Isn't that what it did?
I don't know. On its opening weekend.
I'm talking about overall.
Overall,
Mission Impossible Fallout did 220 domestically, 571 internationally for 791. I'm looking at numbers very similar to that for this one. I'm almost looking at almost exact type of numbers I'm looking at.
Yeah. The only bad thing is we got a stacked weekend next weekend. So I'm really curious. Yeah, Oppenheimer, Barbie, even Talk to Me. I mean, granted, I don't think it's gonna make a lot of money, but
once again, it'll hurt it domestically. I don't think the international numbers are going to continue to go up for Mission Impossible because no one from Oppenheimer, no one's going to see Oppenheimer in Germany,
Europe or Asia. Yeah,
none of that. No one's going to see Oppenheimer in any of those places. Come on, guys.
Exactly. It was on track for 90 mil. 78 still not bad. Yeah, not bad. So, but cool. I know there's a few other comments. We're going to talk about that next, but I think that's it for this review. Unless you guys got one last things, good and bad. Any last words, thoughts?
B.
That's pretty much it. I really, really liked it. I'm probably going to go again because my mom really likes the Mission Impossible movies. I told her I'd go with her. Look, that's usually like one of our things. We usually go see the Mission Impossible movies together, my mom and I. So I'm going to go again.
Cool. Cool.
Well, just have to figure out when.
Yeah, right. Anything else, Brian?
I just enjoy the movies. I enjoy the idea of the friendship and everything, but it was fine. It's Ethan Hunt running around doing stuff.
Yep.
And just he continues to do crazy things, and as long as he does crazy things, I'll go watch it. So that's it.
Exactly. And then right there, David said it wouldn't be a MI film without Cruise running. Exactly.
You get Top Gun. Top Gun has to have volleyball, and Mission Impossible has to have running. That's just what it is.
I'm almost inclined to say it's not a Tom Cruise movie unless there's Tom Cruise running.
Yeah,
running or jumping.
Jumping off of something. Oh man, but cool. So that is our review, our thoughts with it. I think we stayed fairly spoiler free because there's some big things that we didn't get into. Because I think people should go watch this, and I think we all gave it a now anyway.
Easily.
Yeah, so you should go watch it. There's a lot of things we didn't get into because they're spoilers. But leave a comment if you did watch it. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think about it. If you're watching it on replay, appreciate you guys. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. We are 10 away at the moment right now. We are 10 away from 1,000. So we're hoping to get to that like this week, if possible. Yeah. So make sure you join the channel, and you can join us live as well. Like everyone in the chat down there, you saw joining us live. We appreciate all you guys live. Thank you guys with all your stats and your opinions on everything. We appreciate all you guys hanging out with us as well. But cool. If you're watching live, stick around. We're gonna talk about some other stuff, a little bit more Mission Impossible stuff. But stick around. We got our next topic. All right. Yeah, head out. Brandon.
You heading out before we talk about The Witcher, huh? That's what you're doing? That's what's in the streets? That's all right. You know what? I know where you live. I'm coming to get you. Don't worry.
And ironically, I'm all caught up now.
You know what?
Yeah. You're gonna come get me.
I'm coming to get you. That's it. I'm gonna be like Reese's Pieces man. I'm coming to get you. Don't you start. You'll be kicked off this channel so fast.
I did catch up on it though, but I will be present for the entire show on Thursday. We'll sleep deprived today.
Likely story.
And long weekend. But cool, man.
Definitely long. All right, but yeah, everyone, thanks for tuning in. So excited that we're only 10 away from 1,000 at this point, guys. We're almost there. We could do this by the end of the week, I think.
That's the goal.
But yeah, I'm gonna get to bed. Like I said, it was a long day too. So, but yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. All right.
Cool, man. Later.
All right. Thank you, everyone. All right. Good night.
Later. Cool. That halfway through the review, I forgot. I'm like, oh yeah, let me see if his background noises. Yeah. It wasn't on, and as soon as I turned it off,
it got so much quieter.
Oh, bam. I was like, oh my god! Can't believe this whole time it was off.
We figured it out, guys. We figured it out.
the background noise. So there's the first one. So Preston said, which is better, John Wick 4 or Mission Impossible 7? I gotta agree. I gotta agree with that one. Is that still in its plastic?
Yes. I mean, I
have
watch it right away. No, I have it on my thing. Like,
I opened it up because I wanted the 4K, so I had opened it up and took the code. But yeah, let me see where I don't know if I placed it because I added it to my letterbox, but I think I threw it in there, but I don't think I put it in its final spot.
I did. Yeah.
Okay. Kind of curious. So now I'm looking at it. So I have Spider-Man number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Guardians number 2.
Okay.
John Wick number 3. I'll just show it. I don't think this is my final spot for it, but I have to kind of look at it a little bit more. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so Spider-Man, Guardians, John Wick. I think those 3 are better. Creed 3 I like more.
Okay.
Luther, I don't know, maybe it's because the first Luther thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I've seen all the Luthers. This wasn't even the best Luther, so that's why.
Yeah.
The best Luther is still
a season.
Oh man, what the 3rd season? Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah. So but I did like the Luther better because I think as for spy action, I think Luther was a little bit more grounded and made more sense.
But there's no action in it. It's a good story overall.
Yeah, I think Luther had some action, not as much as Mission Impossible. Don't get me wrong, but it, like a suspense spy one.
It's not even the most. I mean, that's because I'm comparing to other Luthers. It's not even close to it.
Yeah. I know. That's why you're saying it's like this is not even the best one. I was like, I gotta watch the show though. Gotta watch the show now, because I completely love that. Evil Dead Rise. I think I enjoyed that more. It's hard because it's obviously very, very different. Evil Dead Rise was really, really good. It had a lot of gore, a lot of stuff. It had problems with it too, but I loved Evil Dead Rise. And this is where I was kind of stuck. I'm like, is it better than Dungeons and Dragons? And I'm kind of like, I don't know, because I really, really, really enjoyed Dungeons and Dragons. Like the bad stuff, I can't even think of like bad stuff. Nothing that aggravated me, or nothing where I was like, oh, I guess it would be one thing with like the daughter. It's like you're gonna not believe your father, and your surrogate mother.
How interesting was it really? I mean, that's I don't know.
I don't know, because I had a lot of fun with Dungeons and Dragons. I thought it was a good story.
But there's other parts that I just thought was stupid too. I mean,
but I mean, Mission Impossible is very stupid, over the top.
No, but that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, but I mean, isn't Dungeons and Dragons supposed to be the same thing? It's just But that's where I'm kind of like, I could flip these two. I could flip them, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna keep it like that though. I think I like Dungeons and Dragons a little bit more than I like Mission Impossible.
You like Dungeons and Dragons more than I did.
Oh yeah, it's. I mean, it deserves so much more credit than it's a lot more money than what it got.
Definitely.
People want to go see stupid as Venom. It made more money, and Dungeons and Dragons was just a way better.
Why
film.
you hate on Venom so much? You just you are a hater.
One of my favorite characters. He's one of my favorite villains, and
you guys know he's hated on Venom. He is hated on Transformers.
Oh, where's Transformers on this list? Where's Transformers on this list?
Oh my god,
they're here at the bottom. Yeah. You know what? And I don't feel bad because I think it was K-Dot. I think K-Dot also didn't like.
Wait. K-Dot is a professional hater. So like the fact that you are in the same place as him, K-Dot is a professional hater. That's all he does. That's all he knows how to do. He's a professional. He's good at it. He's a professional hater.
I put No Hard Feelings just one above because at least I
got that is
I got to see some boobies in that one. Like you gave me a block.
Oh my! I'm so disappointed.
It wasn't good. It wasn't good. I don't like the action was okay. I didn't hate the action.
No, Transformers: Rise of the Beast was pretty good, and it was much better than anything that No Hard Feelings. No Hard Feelings was not even a good movie. I wouldn't watch it again on Netflix.
I wouldn't watch it again.
I wouldn't watch it again on Netflix. I wouldn't if it was in the middle of it. I would turn away. Like
probably unless it was the beach scene. Like.
Even then, I was like, it's not worth my time. Like, it's.
I'll give it 5 minutes. I
wouldn't give it 5 minutes.
No,
I wouldn't give it that much.
But I put Shazam above it. Like, I thought Shazam was good. Oh, we should do a creator review because we should do that right now and then do
Shazam above it. All right. You know what?
I mean, it's got 3 stars, and that one I give it 2. But I had more fun in Shazam than I did Transformers. The whole time.
That's because you were hating the entire time. You were you were thinking about is compared to how you wanted to be.
Same thing with X-Men. With X-Men #1, I sat there. I'm like, what are we doing? We're just making up whatever we want to make up now. Oh, Sabretooth don't even know Logan. Okay. You like it? Oh, okay. You're an idiot. It's like, like that's, I literally
you sound like all the toxic Star Wars fans right now.
Probably.
That's exactly how you look. I wish I could record you and play it back for you. That's like, you sound just like all those toxic ones. So.
Hey, man.
Oh, man. That's
the
funny.
sequels suck. I'm sorry. Hey, man. I'm not, was it, ick in your yum or whatever the hell you call it, whatever that phrase is. But if you like it, cool, you like it. But
Transformers right now. I have a list of 38 movies. Transformers I have like at 16 or something like that. You know, it's not like it's right underneath of Ant-Man Quantumania. You know, it's like it's not. It's it's not bad. Like,
I think I would get a lot of more hate for having Super Mario Bros. That low.
I mean, my Super Mario Brothers. I actually have Super Mario Brothers above Mission Impossible. I didn't realize it until right now. I probably need to change that.
Yeah,
change that right now.
Yeah, the one I would say I'm super biased on is probably The Machine.
Yeah, that's not even.
that one I'll give. I was pretty biased on that one, but like it's made for the fans, and I'm a fan, so yeah.
It's not made for anyone else. I have Spider-Man #1.
Yeah,
of course I'm a huge Spider-Man. John Wick Chapter 4 #2. Guardians 3 #3. Mm-hmm. Creed 3 #4. Mission Impossible #5.
Okay.
Yeah. So then goes Super Mario Brothers, Luther, Little Mermaid, Dungeons and Dragons, Sisu.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. You saw 38? You said, right?
Yeah, 38.
I think that's where I'm at too. Is that I'm at 38. How do you see? I'm so new to this thing. How do you view list? No, that doesn't.
That's your list.
Yeah, but there's I forgot there's a way to look at it where there's 1, 2, 3, 4. But each one's 5.
Yeah, that's Microsoft mine.
15, 20.
So like if I show you,
I'm at 36. I'm at 36 for the year. My goal is to get 50, and
I think you can get that easily.
I'm about 15 away. Past the halfway point, yeah, I'll probably get to it. I mean, shit, this weekend alone is gonna be 3 more movies.
That's 3 right there, done. So yeah, mine's like 1 Spider-Verse, 2 John Wick, 3 Guardians, Creed, Mission Impossible, Super Mario, Luther, Little Mermaid. Like, I actually have Flash like 11. Elemental's right there behind it.
Wait, how'd you get the numbers like that?
That's like just where my list is. I don't know.
Oh, you went to edit your list. How did you do that?
I go to my list. I go to edit because that's where I add films and import films and stuff like that from here.
And that's where it's ranked. Oh, rank list. Oh, the little button. There you go. There you go. Wait, where you have the Flash? I have it at 11.
I have it at 11 too.
Yeah.
Right behind Sisu. But I have it in front of Elementals.
I have Sisu at 12. I put Sisu behind the Flash.
Oh, I mean, it's not like that big of a deal, but yeah.
Yeah, they're close enough. You know, because I did enjoy Flash. You know, I thought it was good.
It was a good overall. It was fine. It just, you know.
Yeah.
I think it's a victim of all the hype.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I think I still have Sick at my bottom. Sick is still my least favorite movie of the year.
Sick is 36 for me. 37 is White Man Can't Jump. 38 is Mummies.
I haven't seen either of those, so
yeah.
So we both have Sick at 36 then. So
you know what's funny? I have 65 at 35.
Wait, what? Oh,
65 is number 35.
I have it at 29 because I thought it was better than You People. It was better than No Hard Feelings. Knights of the Zodiac, it was better than that. Peter Pan and Wendy was trash. It was better than that.
Oh man, I don't think I have You People on here. Look at that.
There you go. So you might get to 40 just by that. Knock at the Cabin. Knock at the Cabin. I'm constantly fighting because I watch it again and I'm like, okay.
I have it 20.
I really didn't like it at first, but I might rearrange it. I gave it another 1.5 or star. You know, so now it's like at 3.5 stars. So I might just that alone might bring it up a little bit more. Because I think after watching it again, I enjoyed it a second time. You know. But Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was fun. Like,
yeah, but it was a terrible movie.
Oh, it was a horrible movie, but also Power Rangers is just, you know, yeah. It's not a great storytelling unless you're, you know, a kid, like, you know, when you're like, oh my god, the Green Ranger, you know, and now as an adult you're like, it doesn't hit the same. But Cocaine Bear still up there. I have Crater on there. Crater's like at 21. I had a lot of fun with Crater.
Where is Crater? I have it. Oh, I have it at 26. 20.
Okay.
Yeah, 26.
Too far off from where I'm at. Oh man, but yeah, I know you probably saw more because you saw more, kiddie movies.
Our kid movies, yeah. So that's what
like Mummies,
Mummies. Once just the worst movie. I gave it half a star.
Oh jeez.
It's like no, I don't ever want to even talk about this movie ever again.
Yeah, just tell your daughters like no, it doesn't exist. Forget about it. Let's see. Horgy said Barbie's going to take a lot of the screen from Mission Impossible. And it seemed like Sound of Freedom is negatively affect Mission Impossible. Is it really?
I don't know because I don't worry about the domestic number because it's so high already. I think it could make another $100 million domestically, which is all it really has to do what we're talking about. Because internationally, it's going to blow things away. Because none of these other movies are going to knock it off internationally. I wouldn't be surprised if it makes another $120 million internationally. Like it'll do another big number.
Yeah, I can definitely. Yeah, Tom Cruise is an international movie star. He's a big guy, So he brings in those international numbers. So here, Brandon Davis is why he's better than 007. I think Hunt is better than Bond because every movie Hunt displays a new ability. Part 3, he reads lips. Part 4, was it part 4 he draws on? Not sure. Part 6, he flies a helicopter. Yeah, it's true. Flies a helicopter. 5, he holds his breath.
I'm pretty sure James Bond could do all those things too.
Yeah. But I get what you're saying. It's like, oh, here's the thing he's never done before.
You also have to remember James Bond. You know how many James Bond movies there are? There are more people that play James Bond
than there are Mission Impossible
movies. Yeah. So each one of them can say they did something.
He draws on his hand. I don't remember that part. Yeah.
And Sean Connery is by far my favorite James Bond.
Yeah, he's the classic when you think of it. Tom Cruise can do no wrong.
There was 4 before him, and you don't remember them.
Yeah, exactly. Well, also, I think we're at that age where us growing up, Sean Connery was 007.
No, Pierce Brosnan was when us growing up.
Really?
Pierce Brosnan was, yeah.
Because he was more like
90s. Was Pierce Brosnan?
8th grade, wasn't it? When did he join in? I don't know, because maybe my grandfather was a big James Bond guy, so I always saw Sean Connery.
Don't even think. I want to say because Pierce Brosnan is 70.
Oh yeah, 95 was GoldenEye. So yeah, 90s, right in the middle of the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, I remember playing GoldenEye with my friend on the N64, and that was like what seventh grade, I think.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like 97 or 95.
So 95, yeah. So us being 10, he's GoldenEye.
Yeah.
But I remember like dies, and then the world is not enough, and die another day.
I never liked GoldenEye. Was cool, but also I liked the video game.
Like the video game was the best. It's the best video game that came out. Like it changed the way video games were made.
Yeah. I mean, I think still now it's considered like the best first-person shooter like ever. Granted, it doesn't hold up because of graphics, but yeah, like you said, video games change because of that game. But yeah. Let's see where. I'm trying to bring back
Sean Connery hasn't been James Bond in a long time.
I was at least 80 something, 85,
71, 83.
Oh, I was like no, 83.
83.
Okay, yeah,
83. That was it. Because 71 was the second latest one. Because all his Goldfingers are in the 60s. Thunderballs in the 60s. You Only Live Twice is in the 60s. I think so. Diamond Is Our Forever 71, and then he didn't do another one until 83. Never Say Never Again. But that's his last time doing it.
Wow. 71 to 83? Also, they didn't make movies like that the way they are now, where like, oh, this is your franchise, you're gonna make 20 of these, because he was in a lot of other stuff too. He wasn't just James Bond. But yeah. I don't know. Because I always saw him on my grandfather's TV, so it's like, but yeah. Pierce Brosnan was the guy. He was a good like ladies' man, James Bond.
Smooth dude.
Yeah. Where Craig is more of like James Bond at the end of being, James Bond. Like he's over it all. Like didn't he retire like at the end of the few of those movies and then came out of retirement
quit twice?
Yeah. Yeah. So
I think Daniel Craig is like at the back of my list.
I liked him. I don't know. I like the movies more than I liked him. I'm not.
That's what I'm saying.
Daniel Craig fan.
As far as he's just not that good. I mean, he's not that interesting. That's why I said he's not interesting.
Mm. Yeah. Let's say John and MI7 are two completely different films. It's like apples and oranges. I mean, I get because they're very different things, but at the end of the day, they're still action films, in that same genre.
Action movies that a lot of people are fighting, a lot of killing, a lot of things like that. So
yeah, you can start going separate. One more is like assassin action, and one's more spy action, but they're still action. Yeah. So like you could compare probably like the fight scenes at the very least. So, Elemental is having great legs, really, everywhere. It will end up around 400 to 500 if it keeps it up. Really, I have not been keeping up with Elementals. Like,
I didn't realize it's that good though.
That's good.
I didn't
9% drop this week. The music. Wow.
Yeah, but it's not a big number still, so that's why I'm like, I don't know how you get $400 to $500 million. Like, I don't see how it ends.
Where's it at?
Elemental is at 313. I don't know how you talking about getting another $100 million. It made what 9 this weekend? It made 9.1 this weekend. 9.1.
It's not bad though.
No,
it's not consistently making 2.5 to 3.5 almost every weekend.
But do you think
like daily?
So you're thinking you're going to get another $10 million for the next 8 weeks? Because that's what it's going to take.
Not 10 million. That's like another 100 million.
So that's $10 million for 8 weeks. It's $80 million.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be out for another 8 weeks.
Yeah. It's been out for 4 weeks.
No, it's been out for longer than that, right?
June 16th. Yeah, about a month.
So that's what it's. So this is. It says week 5. This is going to be week 6.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be week 6. I forget you count the day it opens.
Yeah.
1.
It's the first week. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was the end of the 5th week going on to the 6th week. But it's not doing bad. It's consistently doing, daily, even during the week, anywhere to 2 to 3.5, 4. 1.5 that one.
3.5. Because it's 1.5 on Monday, 1.5 on Wednesday,
and then Thursday. But also you expected that because
you got a Mission Impossible out there. But it's definitely one of the best kid movies. I just don't know if it's going to do.
I don't know.
We'll even internationally, I'm looking at what he's talking about Asia. Even the international numbers are not.
It's only like 60-ish million difference between domestic and international.
Yeah, it's only 125 to 187. So I mean, 400 is a lot. It's going to be close though. I mean, say if it gets to 380, I won't be sitting there being disappointed
with it. Yeah,
if it gets to 380,
first movie, 400 is locked. That's what he said. And it just opened up new markets and lakes. Oh, it opened up new places. Yeah, international numbers are gonna beat Spider-Verse.
Well, that's not even
that. I was gonna like, ooh, but
a black character. Yeah. Okay.
I was like, yeah.
Well, that's even actually no, that is pretty interesting because that's 187 right. $187 million is where Elemental is right now. Spider-Verse is at $294 million. I don't think you're right. I don't think it does another $110 million internationally. I don't think so. It's been out for 5 weeks. I don't think it is in theaters longer than another 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, but if it opened up in new markets this week, or it's gonna open, what do you say? It just opened in new markets.
I'm looking at the international stuff. It's not, no, because the international number is not growing. The only one, no. So it will open. So here's the thing that's going to be very good and interesting for it. It hasn't opened in Japan yet. So that's why I don't think it opened in a new market this week, but it hasn't opened in Japan yet. Does Japan change the number?
Possibly, because they're not going to see Oppenheimer. So
yeah.
They're like, hey, let's go to Elemental.
But I don't think it opened in the new market.
South Korea, 32 million. That's the biggest international. South Korea. It needs to do better in China, and I don't know if it's going to do that because it was released in China.
No, I'm wrong. Poland. It did open in Poland for $676 million. No, $676,000. I'm sorry. So, but that's not a big enough one. Japan could move the needle, but not enough to give it another $100 million. It just won't give it another $100 million.
Yeah,
that's not going to happen.
Like I said, the best is South Korea at 32 mil.
Yeah, so even if Japan gives you another $32 million, which I don't see, even if it does that, it doesn't match Spider-Verse.
That's close. I'm gonna keep an eye on that one. I wish that you can hit like a follow movie or something like that on box office.
Yeah, he says quote me on it though. He says quote me on it.
Okay.
All right.
It always depends how long some of these movies, how long they stay in the theater. Like the Flash. Flash is already on digital. Mm-hmm. I think tomorrow you get it on digital, which is like insane.
Flash is going to be available in mid-August for their still.
Actual, yeah.
I ordered it already, so I saw it.
I mean, a lot of these movies, they are not wasting any time with putting them in digital.
And Disney's not going to miss out on anything like that. So I wonder.
Yeah, they might let it run because if it keeps making every weekend, if it keeps making like 9 mil, they're like, all right, leave it for a little bit.
It's going to lose domestically. It's going to lose all the screens. It's not going to have enough screens.
Yeah, it's going to start losing screens. Yeah.
Barbie's going to erase it from most screens.
Not only that, it's like you gotta drop a bunch of screens. How many screens is it in of still now?
Flash arrives August 30th. Yep, August 30th is Flash.
I think Flash comes out tomorrow, digital though.
Mm-hmm. My steelbook comes.
Yeah.
But, so here's another thing. So in China, it opened on June 16th. Gross is $15.6 million. So even if it's open in Japan August 4th, if it grosses $15.6 million, this still doesn't get an international that's going to get us to that point. So, I mean, I'll look at it. I'll keep an eye on it. I just don't see a way that does get $110 million more.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Just getting the 400 is going to be a lot.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We'll see.
Keep an eye on it. Next year, the actual year, 2024, I saw other channels do something similar. And actually, Alfredo, who I know no one here in chat knows who he is, but he's the one who helped created this whole thing. For us, he was one of the founding members. But then he's doing that stuff. But he came with an idea years ago of doing like a fantasy movie kind of thing, and I'm like, cool. I don't know how it was going to work out, so I remember doing a lot of research and stuff like that. And I saw other channels do stuff very, very similar to it, where like you get a budget and you have to, how much are you going to pay for these like big Hollywood blockbuster movies? You know what I mean? And then you spend all your money, you buy all these movies, and then pretty much at the end of the year, you tally up all your movies, all my movies, everyone's movies, and whoever makes the most money from your list wins the year.
I would say that I will win if I just chose all horror movies. Anyone will win. Whoever just chooses all horror movies.
I'm not talking about like profit. I'm talking about like how much money they actually make. Horror movies make a lot of profit because their budget's so low, but they don't make a lot of money. You know what I mean? So it's like
if someone does, $400 million. So if someone chose Flash, Indiana Jones, Elemental, Quantumania, and you look at their numbers would be great. And Mario Brothers, their numbers would be unbelievable, but 4 of those 5 movies lost money.
Yeah, which is what you kind of say. And also you got to imagine, like at the beginning of the year, you it's a bidding system, so like somebody bids on the Flash, and you're like, well, I really want the Flash because I think it's going to make a lot of money. So can you imagine like somebody spending your personal, your budget, say you get $100, and you have to buy as many movies as possible out of all the movies coming out next year. And imagine spending a lot of money. Imagine spending like a quarter of your budget on the Flash, thinking it's $1 billion movie because of all the hype. You know what I mean? I wouldn't, but
I would have. I would spend a lot of my money on Spider-Man and Mario.
Yeah.
I probably would have been Spider-Man, Mario, Dune. You go ahead and spend all your money on Blue Beetle. I'll let you go ahead and do that.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't touch any DC stuff. Maybe Aquaman. But even then, I wouldn't spend a lot of my budget. Like, oh, you want to go $2 more than me? I have it. Like, like I don't trust it that much. But definitely, like but this is all like seeing. Like, I thought Mario was going to do well. I didn't think it was going to do this well.
I thought internationally it'll do well.
Yeah, it'll do well, man. I did not think it was going to break $1 billion. Like, because it's an animated movie, and at the end of the day, animated movies usually don't get those kind of numbers. This one just broke every kind of stat you can think of.
Hey, we got a couple of minutes left. Why don't we look at the official trailer for The Creator while we have a chance?
I think we did already.
No, we did. We watched this sneak. The official trailer just came out.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. I was looking at our stuff. I was like, oh, we didn't look at the official trailer.
Oh yeah, it was. I didn't know. The teaser. It's YouTube. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking about doing. And then we'll just have a bunch of people, like us, like in chat. Like I'm pretty sure like Horror Geek will want in.
We'll say like what, we'll let everyone do it. You gotta give us a $1 super chat, and everyone who puts $1 in, we'll be able to jump into that.
Yeah, but I got to figure out the details with stuff like that. Because it would have to be the full theatrical run and stuff like that. And, and this year would have been a weird year because they ran the movie so quick and hard, and then like right out. Like honestly, I think Transformers could have probably put more money in the theater, but they pulled it so quick. It's already digital, and I was like I thought that was stupid because I mean I didn't like it, but also I know what Transformers is, and it's a moneymaker. And I was like, why are you pulling it out of the theater so quick? But I guess they figured there's all these blockbuster movies coming. think there's another one, Monkey King, on Netflix. If you want to watch that one, for sure, creator.
Yeah, sorry, I'll probably put a lot of money on Deadpool now. I think about it. Yeah, for next year.
Oh,
give me Deadpool.
Yeah, yeah. I'll have Deadpool for films next year. Yeah.
Hey, we were having a Deadpool for the films, and I want Deadpool on my Deadpool.
Okay. Oh wait, here you go. 15 mil, 31 mil, 20 mil, 20 mil. Our elemental numbers internationally vary for every week so far. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, but you would have to do, like you said,
they'll have to maintain those type of numbers.
Yeah.
And you're not
20, 28, and 31 that's not bad. Obviously, at the 15 mil, I believe is this weekend, which makes sense because Mission Impossible just stole everything from everywhere. But I don't know if it's I don't know if it's going to maintain those 30 to 29. It's going to be down to 10 to 15 with Barbie and Oppenheimer coming out. You know, so
I agree. That's exactly what.
I think a lot of parents are going to take their kids to the Barbie movie. I think it's PG-13, but I don't know if it's going to be like a kid movie, like a kiddie kid movie.
I don't think it will be either.
So.
But yeah, we're going to see it as a family too. So
yeah, but yeah, your girls are old enough
to be able to deal with it. Yeah.
Well, that hurts. Not gonna lie, I'm not a super fan of Mr. Washington's son.
Really?
I like him, man. Because I think I don't care of him because of Tenet. I still haven't made it through that second sitting of it. Oh man,
I was like, don't say that to him. Don't say that to him.
I'm one of the only people that really like that movie.
I thought it was
super sci-fi stuff.
I thought it was interesting. It was cool to see.
Yeah, I remember watching with my girlfriend. She's like, "Wait, what?" And then I remember her saying that. Just wait, why are they going backwards? All right. People forget Barbie is PG-13.
Yeah,
and it's not animated. It's true. Yeah.
People are going to see it anyway.
Yeah, when it starts getting to the real world kind of stuff, you're like, wait.
The other people are going to be. They're going to say stuff about Barbie and stuff like that. The other people are going to be the parts that are the problem. So.
Exactly. All right. Let's check out this one and then.
I wouldn't mind to see Monkey King. Let's do this quickly.
You hear my cat or no?
No.
Okay. Because he's sitting in a spot where I can't shoo him away.
He's like,
I hear him. I can't get me. All right. I got it. I set everything up.
I'm gonna let you guys know, guys. I'm just letting everyone know if we don't talk about The Witcher because I have some bads that I really want to talk about. But I'm striking. I'm going on strike.
I watched it. I watched it all. I'm fully caught up. By Monday I caught up. I got some bads too, but I don't know.
I have some goods too. I have some real goods. I have some real bads because it some of it's interesting, some of it's not.
Yeah. We'll for sure talk about it on Thursday. We'll start off with that.
If we'll
save Secret Invasion for the end. That's Brian Strike.
I'm striking for at least 10 minutes.
Should we start talking about Secret Invasion?
I'll be back then.
Yeah. All right. You know what? And if anybody's stick around after the trailer. Give away one more movie.
Don't let it be Tenet.
No, I got something else. I don't know. Yeah, I'll grab a random one. All right, let's get this one going. All right, welcome to Spoiler Kings. My name is St. Kramer, Brian the Grizzly, and we are going to check out the official trailer for the creator. I think we did just the teaser the last time, So now we got the official trailer. Came out today, number 12 on trending. So people are checking it out and watching it. But yeah, let's just watch it and then talk about it. Hopefully we get some like new content. All right. Actually, I need to share the audio real quick.
Share the audio. You don't want us to hear it? No, okay. We don't want to hear it. I can imagine. I'll do all the voices actually.
Yeah, you do voice acting for it.
I got it.
All right. Let's watch this one.
When the war started, they protected me. Took better care of me than humans would have.
They're not people, Maya. It's just programming.
10 years ago today, the artificial intelligence created to protect us detonated a nuclear warhead in Los Angeles. This is a fight for our very existence.
Sergeant Taylor, we are this close to winning the war. But the AI are developing a super weapon. Retrieve it. Or they win. Come back to you.
Did you locate the weapon?
Yeah, it's just a kid.
Are you going to heaven?
No. You gotta be a good person to go to heaven.
So, we're the same. We can't go to heaven because you're not good. And I'm not a person.
Do you have any idea what the thing is?
She looks like a little girl now, but she's growing. Whoever has that kid wins the war.
Whose side do you want, huh?
What do you want, sweetie?
For robots to be free.
Oh, we don't have that in the fridge. How about ice cream?
It's good. It's interesting, but it's kind of very similar to this little sneak trailer we got before.
Yeah.
But I mean, we got more background what happened with them dropping, having a explosion of the bomb in Los Angeles, killing all those people. I understand what's going on, but it's going to be good. But this is right up his alley. This is John David Washington's right up his alley. This type of movie.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot of these like sci-fi, like super sci-fi ones, but ones that carry a lot of weight, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's funny you said because it's very heavy. That's exactly what it is. Yeah. This is a very heavy type of concept when you're talking about a child, and it's a child now, but what happens as it grows. And what he should say, then she'll be on our side.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I don't know. It looks good. It looks interesting. I'm down for it. Like you said, we got more of the girl, the little cyborg, girl, where it looks like she could control things. Like the cop, and she kind of like puts her hands together and like lights start popping and stuff like that. So like,
she's the creator. That's yeah. With her.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be. I don't know. I'm down for it. I'm definitely gonna go check this out in the theaters.
It's not just up his alley. It's definitely in my alley. Down my alley. Like, this is what kind of stuff I like watching, and that's how I know I'm going to enjoy it, and probably watch it the very first weekend I can. Like Wednesday, I'll be like, I'll be a little late to Dynasty Pylon because I'm going to watch this. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm. see some of these comments. Brandon Davis said, "Everyone going AI now." Yeah. Everyone using AI for villains. What happened to when all the villains in the movies were German?
Don't worry, we have Indiana Jones for that.
Yeah, he's still punching Nazis. Yeah. See, this is why the actors are on strike. You stop the AI before it gets too big. Jorge said $86.1 million budget for this movie. That's not bad. I thought it would be over a 100 for sure. Over a 100
with all the stuff that they have to do with CGI and all that stuff. I mean, with a bomb being dropped, but maybe it's such a big picture of the bomb, you never have to go into details, so that it's less CGI that you have to use. So
you can use it's a bomb exploding.
I mean,
just ask Nolan. Like,
hey, just ask Nolan for what he does. Yeah, exactly.
Can I borrow one of your bazillion different shots you did with your little mini bomb? That you did. He knows the Nolan. He was on a Nolan film, right? He can just go over there, ask him. You ain't using that shot. But yeah, so on the cheaper end of recent movies, yeah. Because why does Haunted Mansion have a $150 million budget? It is all CGI. From the trailers, it looks great. I am pretty excited about the Haunted Mansion, but it is so much CGI. Like, there is like a few scenes in the trailers where there's nothing going on. It's just human beings sitting at a table, and that happens for like 10 seconds, and the rest of the trailer is like the room is spinning, giant faces coming out of the water, like the headless ghost is running. It's like there's so much CGI. But that's what Disney does, man. If it's not spending 150 to 200 mil, is it a Disney movie at this point?
And as I said before, why not do it? Because the write-off, the tax write-off, if it bombs, helps you out too. You need a lot of tax write-offs as an entity.
Yeah. But that's a lot of money for a kid's movie, quote unquote. Brandon, I'm definitely going to see this in IMAX. Oh yeah. IMAX, even Dolby Digital.
Yeah,
I think Dolby Digital.
Hear it and feel it.
Yeah, Dolby Digital. Flash predicted and below Green Lantern domestically. That's what I heard too.
Yeah, I know.
R.I.P. It kind of shades
the old Spielberg AI movie. Yeah, the AI.
Oh yeah. Was it that was just what it's called, AI, right?
Yep, the AI.
Yeah.
Artificial intelligence.
Yeah, with the little kid and this and that. That was a pretty good movie. I think it was underappreciated. It wasn't a great movie, don't get me wrong, but it was a good one. But I think this one's gonna be kind of like it, with a young robot trying to find his place in the world, where it's kind of human, but it's also not human. So it's like, what do you do when this robot has very human feelings and emotions and a face? So yeah, it's gonna be one of those dilemma kind of movies, I think. What's right and what's wrong. But
when you've done so much wrong for yourself, what makes you human? That's gonna be the question. What makes you human? What makes you alive? What makes you good and what makes you evil?
Yeah. So, and I think that alone, those are always like, there are definitely a lot of movies that ask those questions, that does stuff that we've seen in this, humans versus robots, blah, 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 robots trying to kill humans, and, Matrix did it, but those questions of like what you said, like what makes you human, what's right and wrong, like what, consciousness and stuff like that. Those are always good topics, I guess. I don't know.
Like important questions that, at least
to ask
bring out
like this.
Thoughts. Yeah. So.
Yeah. We'll talk about that in a second. Yeah. We'll talk about that. But I liked it, man. It looks good. It looks really good. I don't know. Anything else on your side?
I mean, the girl looks cute. Gave me shades of the Golden Child.
Yeah. I think she's gonna steal this. I think she's gonna be like the star of the show. Is this little girl? Because like she's pretty cute.
Just think about Golden Child. I mean, Eddie Murphy. Another thing, if someone else gets the hands on the child, the world is over. This is what it is. The world is over if someone else gets their hands on their child.
Yeah. I mean, that one shot. This looks so cool though.
That thought made me think about Elysium.
Yeah. But I'm curious. I want to know. Yeah, see that's
it's straight Nolan.
Yeah, I think you've seen that a bunch of different times too. So yeah, I'm down. I want to know why the robots did it too. What's their reason?
We're gonna find out it wasn't the robots. It was humans trying to frame robots.
It was like some insurance company trying to scam everybody.
Thanos.
But cool, man. Yeah, that's our thoughts with the creator, the official trailer coming out September 29th. I'll probably gonna be there. I know you said you're gonna be there too. So this is the opening weekend one for me. So I like it. Yeah, all this AI, if Sarah Connor was a real person,
yeah, exactly.
You'd be like, I told you. I told you
from the beginning. He was going to be back, and now he's back, guys.
Yep, just in kid form. But cool. Yep, that's our thoughts for the creator. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think about this one. Is it up your alley? Does it look stupid? Does it look cool? Are you over John David Washington like Brandon Davis is? But I'm still a fan of him.
Me too.
Yeah. So, but leave a comment. Let us know what you think. Appreciate you guys checking us out. Clicking on the video. It means a lot to us. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. And then hit that bell notification so you know when we go live. So you can join us like Horror Geek and Brandon Davis did throughout this trailer reaction. So appreciate all you guys checking us out. Live. We appreciate everyone live hanging out with us. But if you're watching live, stick around. We're gonna finish up the show. All right, cool.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yep. I didn't even know this one came out.
I was watching it earlier.
Yeah, came out 21 hours yesterday. Yep. Well, we'll do the Monkey King on.
We do on Thursday.
Yeah. We also started kind of late today. Oh, I like the Monkey King story. It's always the cool.
Yeah, when's the last time you heard the Monkey King? What movie was that? Was that with was that Jet Li or was that no? That was.
I don't remember. But there's always different versions of it.
I mean, I remember.
Yeah, there's the live action one I remember.
The one that was like
China.
Which color was in it? Jackie Chan was in it, wasn't it? Well, it was Jet Li. It was Jet Li. Oh, it was Forbidden Kingdom. So that was Jackie Chan.
This is the one I remember. Well, this is number 2 though.
Oh no! So Jet Li was the Monkey King in that one. They're both in that movie. That's why I keep getting confused.
Are they?
Forbidden Kingdom? Jet Li and Jackie Chan are both in Forbidden Kingdom. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they kind of did the Monkey King kind of thing with American Born Chinese. Kind of. So yeah, they always. It's a Chinese kind of storyline. I won't say a myth. I don't know. But yep. Oh man, but yeah, I'm done for the night.
Yeah, my brain has stopped working like 15 minutes ago. So
yeah, exactly. But cool, man. Appreciate everyone hanging out with us. All you guys, everyone, Horror Geek, Brand Davis, Kevin Davis coming in. Barbie domestic box office prediction 50 to 70.
That's low from what I'm hearing. Wow, okay.
I heard up to 80, but I think it's going to get somewhere in that 50 to 60 range. Honestly, I think. See, because I think Oppenheimer might steal. It's saying 20 to 30. I can see Oppenheimer taking a little bit more, closer to that 30, which might take away Barbie's higher end, keep it to the low end.
I think people are not going to want to watch it. Oppenheimer.
I think they will, because it's Nolan. He's and it's such a stacked cast of everybody. I don't think it's gonna.
I think Barbie doubles them up.
I think so too.
I'll go 27 to the 54. That's what I'm going.
Yeah,
27-54.
Yeah, because I can see that. Sun Wukong is super famous god. Yeah, the Monkey King.
Yeah.
Forbidden Kingdom was Jackie Chan and Jet Li. There you go.
Jet Li, that's what I thought they're both.
Yeah. The Journey to the West being the most famous of his mythological stories. Oh. Monkey King is their top remade story ever.
Yeah, I'm sure, because it's been remade like 7 times since 2008.
Yeah, right. But yeah, the Chinese Spider-Verse poster was referenced to it. Yep, and that was a cool poster. I want that poster. It was really cool. Barbie Lee has a chance for the biggest opening domestic. Yeah, that would be awesome. Can you imagine like the biggest opening weekend is Barbie, like, and then 2 of the other biggest movies would be like
huge? Because I thought that what's the biggest domestic number we've had for opening?
Good question. I don't know. Domestic. See if box office numbers shows it. There we can. I'll have to look. Do we know what it is? For this year, Super Mario Bros. I can see that.
I saw Super Mario Brothers, but I wasn't sure that was the right answer.
Like I can see it. I'm not sure, but both of them are saying it, so I believe it. Yeah, but can you imagine like even if Barbie does really, really well, which I think it will do, if the 3 best movies this year are Mario Brothers, Barbie, and Spider-Man, like that'd be such a crazy year that I don't think anybody saw coming.
For Barbie to beat,
I'm not saying
Mario Brothers,
but
because he was talking about it's the biggest domestic. It is $146 million. Is that right?
For opening weekend? That's insane.
That would be insane. I couldn't imagine that being that big of a number. Biggest opening weekend at the domestic box office, yeah. So Mario did $146 million the first weekend? Really?
Yeah. Wow. Really?
I mean, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse did $120 million the first weekend, and Guardians did $118 million the first weekend. Ant-Man did 106. Little Mermaid did 95. So if we're talking about Barbie doing $50 to $70 million, it will not be the biggest domestic opening weekend. Won't even be close.
Who saw Mario Brothers? Like that? That's why I like Mario Bros. Thing. Yes, you are correct. Wow, that's so much money. Mario Brothers made almost as much as in its 3 days.
It made more than Shazam did in 3 days.
The whole entire run. Yeah. Yeah. Barbie's already tracking to be better than Guardians and Spider-Verse.
You just said it's between $50 and $70 million.
I'm assuming there's no way opening weekend.
Opening weekend for Across the Spider-Verse was $120.6 million.
Yeah, that's
Across the Spider-Verse opening weekend. Guardians of the Galaxy was 118.4.
Wow.
Domestically. So Barbie's not tracking over that, right?
We're saying, because Kevin Davis saying 50 to 70 mil.
Yeah, like you have to add a 1 to that to get close to where these other movies are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I know you didn't say horror, but I don't even know what it is tracking at all.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. I usually just go to you for my tracking news.
Yeah, I know. The good stats. Yeah, that's impressive. 146. But I could see probably beating Spider-Man for like overall.
I just don't, yeah, I think overall it could beat Spider-Man. I just don't see it opening weekend being it.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
I'm looking at right now. It says Barbie will own about 90 million opening weekend, 93 million opening weekend, but that's not all domestic. I don't know. That's something that we'll have to keep our eye on and see what happens.
Yeah, definitely Monday is going to be an interesting thing. You know, with both Barbie and Oppenheimer, that made me really, really interested to see how Monday's numbers come out.
Does Oppenheimer help Barbie or hurt Barbie? I don't know. Do people go see both and, you know, it doesn't hurt they don't cannibalize each other? It could be. Or it could cannibalize each other and people don't want to go see that much movies.
Could be. Well, you got like friend of our channel, Big Ford Entertainment. Anzo was like he was surprised in this Twitter group that we're in. He was surprised how many of us were like, "Oh no, we're going to see Barbie." He's like, "What?" And then all of us, like, "Yeah, we're going." You know, and then Zach attacks, "Yeah, I'm going." You know, Purpose like, "Oh," like everyone's like, "We're all going," and I think it blew his mind. He's like, "What are y'all talking about? You going to see Barbie?" It's like, yes, like, and we're all like excited about it. So yeah, you know, and it kind of looks like he just, I can just see him as like, what is going on? But yeah, so I mean, there are people like him who just doesn't care at all for Barbie. You know, and I'm sure there's a lot of other like older people maybe that have kids or
no. I think every girl
every girl
1950. For 1950 says play with Barbie and will want to see this movie.
Yeah.
So great grandmothers, grandmothers, mothers, and daughters are all going to go see this movie together. And then people like me that love movies and respect Barbie, I'm going to go see it too. So
yeah, it looks like a good one. I was gonna say like single men, but Brandon's going to see it. So it's just all across the board, man. All across the board. It's gonna get everybody. So I think all the old women, then our generation of women, then young girls going to see Barbie. Yeah, I think a lot of people, because everyone grew up playing Barbie, like everybody.
Yeah, I'm going to see it. See, yeah.
That's why people are like, "Oh, you can go see it." I'm like, yeah. Why wouldn't I? Like, oh, you're not like worried about what? Like, it looks like a good movie. So that's all I care about. Spider-Verse was at 80 million.
Well, it's not 120, and then they end up getting 120. So I mean, you never know what's going to happen. So I mean, what Horror Geek is saying is the only difference is that Spider-Verse didn't have Oppenheimer to compete against.
Yeah,
I still think Barbie has can possibly get a bigger number overall. I just don't think domestically this weekend it will.
Yeah,
because Spider-Verse's biggest problem is that international is under $300 million.
Yeah,
you know, being at 293 international, that's his biggest problem. So,
yeah,
if it had anything near it,
Bratz live action was fantastic. I didn't even know they had a live action.
Did
they? I don't know.
I don't know.
You had two girls, so
yeah, not Bratz. I don't have Bratz girls. My girls are not that old.
They're Barbie girls. So. Oh man. All right, Barbie's really hard for me to predict because the pre-sales keeps increasing, so I'm going to say 120 to 155. Wow.
Ooh, that's a big number.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be curious, man. You know, because it's predictions are always so hard. Like you said, like you kind of go off of pre-sales and then take a good guess, but
you just take an educated guess. That's all you can do is do an educated guess. So no one can hold you to what you predict.
Yeah, especially with stuff like that. So. Look it up. It's old, but it's old one, but it's good. I'll check. I'll look for it and see what it is.
I'll ask my wife because she used to collect all the Bratz dolls. I'm pretty sure she saw it. Yeah.
Nice. There you go. You and her could do a movie review on Bratz.
I was back packing up stuff in the closet. I was like, "This is a Bratz doll in the packaging."
Then she's like, "Snatch it from you." She's like, "Yes."
She's like, "Girls cause fun. Give it to me."
Nice.
Okay.
All right, man. Let's get out of here. I am falling asleep. I'm tired. Appreciate everyone in chat. Thank you for hanging out. Yeah, we're 10 away, man. So once we hit 1,000, hopefully sometime next week, we'll do a cool big video, like a thank you video, and just kind of hang out, try to bring some of our guests in and chat and hang out and stuff like that.
Exactly.
But we'll see. It'll be a good time. But yeah, man, just share our videos. If there's a good video you like, share it. That means a lot to us. But I know all you guys here are subscribed and always hit the like button, so appreciate it. But cool. We will see you guys on Thursday talking Secret Invasion, for sure. The Witcher before Brian.
If you don't want, I'm walking out, guys.
he's gonna make a picket sign coming in.
We want the Witcher.
I was like, no Henry, no Witcher, no Brian. So, all right. But cool. Appreciate everyone. We are out of here. See you guys on Thursday. Later.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We out here.